So guys, we're live, guys. We're live, we're live, we're live. My people, how you not day now? We live, guys. We live. Guys, it's an happy celebration tonight, guys. We're live. We're live, guys. Like the vid, subscribe, like the vid, subscribe, like the vid, subscribe, guys. Like that vid, subscribe. Yeah, guys, it is official. Todd Bowley is the new Chelsea owner. An official statement has been made by Chelsea today about him being the official Chelsea owner. So finally, the fear of all the Chelsea fans in terms of going into administration is over, guys. Finally, Todd Bowley has been confirmed as a Chelsea official owner. Contract and everything has been signed. Everything has been signed and everything has been signed, guys. Is official. Todd Bowley is official. Is the new official Chelsea owner, guys. So appreciation and love and care goes to Roman Abramovich, who has been the owner for the past 20 years. We can't thank Roman enough for everything he's done. He's given us so much that we can't stop appreciating Abramovich. And we know we're gonna miss him in terms of how much he's gonna put into the club. He wants to invest, he just want to win. He doesn't care about anything. Abramovich wants to win. So about we I kind of we thank Abramovich for everything he's done for the club, the time he has put in money to the club and everything. We appreciate him, we thank him for everything he's done for the club. It will always be missed because it's giving everything. We're gonna talk about Chelsea takeover and some skinny transfers. We're hearing about Dembele, Juice Kunde, and also we're learning about the sponsorship. The Chelsea t-shirt sponsor, the 3 UK has been officially removed from Chelsea official website. So we'll discuss that too. I beg, smash the like button. Like the vid, guys. Like that vid. Smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button, guys. Smash the like button. My people, support us. Support. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. And let's go, right? Let's go. My people, how are doing? I hope you guys are fine. So, guys, hope you guys are doing fine. It's an happy moment, guys. An happy moment, an happy moment, guys. An happy moment. It's official. Todd Bowley has officially joined the Chelsea as a Chelsea owner. What can he bring to us in terms of going forward, guys? We really don't know yet until we see what's gonna be doing. But we've been hearing some news going around it here in terms of Ousmane Dembele, Juice Kunte, and co guys. We're gonna talk about it, but let's look at the statement from Chelsea official website and from Todd Bowley himself. Let me bring it out on the TL. Uh, let me bring it out on the TL. Hold on, guys. I'm bringing out the TL what the Chelsea official website in terms of the takeover, guys. So we have the board director in terms of the takeover and everything. So let me share it. Okay. Uh, So, guys, this is the statement from the board in terms of statement from the board of director of Chelsea Football Club Limited. So, no, this statement has been prepared by the board consultant immediately prior to the sale of the club. When Abramovich has completed the sale of Chelsea Football Club and are released to complete an investment group led by Todd Bowley and Capital. The sale process committed on March the 2nd when Abramovich announced the intention to sell the club after 19 successful years and ownership. In selling the club, the in selling the club, mm, in selling the club, Mr. Abramovich stipulated that the new owner must be good steward of the club and the net proceeds of the sale must be donated to charity and it would not seek the repayment of loan made to affiliate of the club. Following an announcement, the board of directors and the senior staff at the club immediately commented on the work safety undertaken by the Rain Group, a global merchant bank chosen by the owner to run the process, as significant expertise and experience advising Premier Sport Club on manager and acquisition and advice the owner and the club to process. Sanction, blah blah. So these are the sanction. This is when the sanction Roman Abramovich. So this was the process. The process was extremely thoughtful and completed in an accelerated timeline, so that the club will purchase on unprecedented, and it was a transaction such as the world normally take like 9 months. So guys, what they mean say that sometimes the stuff take 9 months, but it took 3 months to be completed. So it took so much more to be completed. So also the club received more than 250 inquiries from the proposed purchaser, held detailed discussion with them than more than 100 were entity, and entered into 32 confidential agreements which allow for due diligence with the respect to Confederation Club. Ultimately, the club received 12 credible bids, resulting in four and then three final bids. The third Bowley and Clearly Capital Consultants were chosen as the preferred bid. So the preferred bidder was chosen by Clearly. The group led by Clearly Capital rose above other group through the strength of the partnership between the group component part, which include Mark Water, co-founder and CEO of the Gengem Capital, and the Wise, founder of the Wise Foundation, Todd and Mark, particularly in the ownership of several sport franchises, we sustain winning tradition, including Los Angeles Dodgers, the LA Lakers, and the Los Angeles Sparks. A belief of the board that this group could help the club resolve certain current challenges and could assist in creating new opportunities and help the club research and long-term strategy objective. We have the belief the board and the Bowley clearly group have a shared vision for the future of Chelsea Football Club. So, guys, these are kind of the preferred bidder, what they wanted from the preferred bidder. So, these are the structures of the transaction when it was bringing, and also the stakeholders and approval in terms of that too. So these are the thank you. We would like to thank all the bidders for the engagement, effort, and particularly in the process. We would also like to thank our man, women, football staff, and both the team, both Thomas Tuchel and the Hammer High. So it was like after everything has been said, the board thanks the managers. We additionally wish to state our expectation that the effort of the fans forum, Chelsea supporter tours, Chelsea supporter group, Chelsea support club, and Chelsea pitch owner for engaging with the bidder and conveying their views and expectation of any new owner. And finally, we would like to thank for their help, assistance, and support those persons whom we have worked with: DCM, HM Territory, UEFA, the FA, the Premier League, the Rain Group, the North Group Law, the Simon and Simon, the Ernst and Young, the Fieldback Wait Up Show, and of course, Roman Abramovich for 19 years, amazing, unforgettable years. The board of director of Chelsea Football Club. So, guys, these are the board of director and everything. So, for me, these are the that is yeah, so exactly. So that is the statement from the board in terms of them buying it. Guys, it's an happy moment for us being a Chelsea fans, guys. It's a real happy moment. As a fans, I'm happy because now it's done now. It's not about sanction. We can officially buy players, sell players, and kind of for the fans who are like ticket holders and people who are in the club that can easily buy a shirt and so many stuff in terms of that too, they'll be able to make their own money and kind of like because of the sanction they wasn't able to make money, so it was difficult for them to do. Yeah, Eric Blue, yes, now let the new era begins now. So yeah, the new era must begin. Also, let me bring the statement of Todd Bowley and them Clear Lake, what they said. Hold on. uh Let me bring it out. Okay. uh Hold on, I'm trying to bring out the Clear Lake stuff out. Uh, so hold on, guys. Okay, I'm trying to bring the Clear Lake stuff out so people who could read it together and see what is being said in terms of the what they said after everything is been done. So hold on, guys. So let me see statement from the league statement and everything. Okay, club statement. Okay, this is a club statement. Okay, no, this is not it. Okay, okay, okay. So this is it. Yeah. Guys, I've seen it. This is it. So this is what the cleric people said in terms of that. Yeah, we're back. Foot for your feet. We're back. Yeah, father, we're back. We're back. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. We're back, guys. So this is what they said. New joint control owners are committed to growth and building on the tradition of unparalleled football excellence. The consultant led by Todd Bowley, the chairman and the CEO of Outreach and the Clearlake Group Capital, together with us, affiliate is Clearlake today, announced the completion of the ownership transfer of Chelsea Football Club. Blah 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 blah, blah. So everything is being explained there. So under the terms and agreement, Bowley and Clearlake will share joint control and equal government of the club. Bowley will serve as the chairman of the building of the company. I was like, okay, what of Boosburg? Because Boosburg is the chairman. It says Boosburg gonna go? Is she gonna be fired or what's going on? So Bowley and Clinic are committed to investing in key areas that will extend and enhance Chelsea competitiveness, including the redevelopment of Stamford Bridge, further investment in academic, the women, the Kings Meadow Stadium. The owner will also continue the important work of the Chelsea Foundation. We are honored to become new consultant of Chelsea Football Club, said Bowley. We are on in 100% in every minute of every match. Our vision as an owner is clear. We want to make the fans proud along with our commitment to developing club for the long term and build on Chelsea's remarkable history of success. I personally want to thank the ministers, officials in the British government and the Premier League for all their work in making this happen. Beldad Elgad and Jose, the financial Clearlake founder and managing partner, said, we are excited to commit the resource to continue Chelsea leading roles in English and global football. And as an engineer of for football talent development. We also want to thank the authority for all their work throughout the process. As pioneer in sport and media investment, we are thrilled to partner with Todd and the rest of the consultants to meaningfully grow the club as a global platform. Together, we will expand the club investment across infrastructure, technology, sports science to support the incredible Chelsea football and commercial team, all with the global of leveraging the growth, the fuel even more on pitch success. The new ownership group wishes to recognize the dedication and the professionalism of the development, technical culture, media, sport, HM treasurer, and the Premier League in conducting their reviews of the historical and complex transaction. So guy, Dutch Backer, blah blah blah, Goldman Sachs, blah blah blah. So the Rain Group serve as exclusive financial advisor for, to blah blah. So guys, these are the statement from Todd Bowley and clearly in terms of them buying the club. They kind of show their commitment going forward and everything. So they're kind of they've shown their what's called their commitment towards the club in terms of going forward, how much they're gonna be spending in the club, how their desire and everything. So they are showing their best in terms of that and everything. So guys, like as an happy moment, I'm happy as a fan as a fans. I'm happy because now we know like ourselves that now we have a new owners who's gonna invest into the club. How much would they invest? I don't know. That's what we have to discuss because we don't know how much they're gonna invest. So we don't know how much they're going to invest in terms of that, but surely, they will surely invest. It makes me so much happy that at least we have a new owners in terms of going forward and everything. So yeah, finally, we have a new owners. So it's an exciting moment for all Chelsea fans watching and everything. Like having that moment of like, yes, it's officially done. It is done, guys. It's done. We're back, baby. We're back. Guys, we're back. So we're back in terms of the ownership and everything. We're back, guys. We're back. So I'm happy though, because now we can easily, for me, we can easily assess what is going on field and off field in terms of buying players renewing players' contracts, selling of players, and everything. That makes me happy now because we know we can always move forward in terms of that, which makes me happy to now. What we have to do is going forward now. How many players are we going to buy into the club? How much of the rebuild we needed? The player that needs to go, how many of the players needs to go, and everything. These are the stuff we need to discuss in terms of going forward. Since now that the what's called sales is officially over now. The sales is done, 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 done now. So we can easily look forward and say like, yes, we can look forward now and just say yes. We can always look forward and buy players and everything. So guys, in terms of buying players, what guys think? Because I'm hearing Dembele, Kunde, Kulubali, I'm also hearing Christopher Okonkwo, Lautaro Martinez, and everything. Even Lukaku has said he wants to go to that loan with, I think, is it option on obligation to buy, if I'm not mistaken. So I think, yeah, we hear some conflicting news though, but hopefully by tomorrow or this week, we should be seeing some entertaining stuff in terms of going forward. So in terms of going forward, we don't know. So guys, Steve just sent me a message now that Marina Gonaskia and the Busberg future remain uncertain. He said their future remain in doubt. So we don't know in terms of on the long term process. We don't know if they're gonna be the chairman in terms of going forward because how long they're gonna stay, we have no idea in terms of staying. So yeah, yeah, I saw it too. I saw it too. Yeah, I saw it too. So yeah, vote for your question because Steven just told me that Marina Ganaski and Bootsberg future remain in doubt because according to what I read from Todd Bowley, he's gonna be the chairman, so he's gonna be overseeing the ingoing and outcoming of the transfer. So we surely need a sporting director or a scout going forward because that will kind of help us in terms of going forward because when we know we have a scout or a sporting director, we can easily move forward in terms of recruiting players for the what the manager want because yes, in as much as we have Goneskia, I think for me it's that time for her to go because some of the stuff she's been doing in terms of transport and everything is been questioned. Like there have been some questionable decision she's been making in that like, oh my god, why is she making the decision? But I think with the new ownership coming on now and Roman is already leaving, the power Gonaskia wants to have, she won't be able to have the power anymore because now there's a new development, new eras, new beginning, and new everything. So the power she kind of wanted, she will be able to get the power anymore because she'll be like, now there's no more power and everything now. So instead of her getting the power she wanted, she won't be able to get the power because she knows that she will be compromised and she kind of go down in a hierarchy stuff, which is for me, I've always wanted that. For me, I've always wanted that because what I believe is if Ganaskia has been given too much power, yes, she's done some good things, and so sometimes it's just annoying because the amount of players she sent to the club and you player like Malangsa, DJ Loboti, Babarama, so that kind of stuff is very annoying seeing a club like Chelsea buying players that they don't even fit into what the club was in terms of going forward. It doesn't make any sense because when you look at those players for me are not Chelsea levels and it's sickening and annoying right now to have that kind of players in Chelsea Football Club who for me doesn't fit what we want in terms of going forward. So, in terms of going forward, it doesn't fit what we want because if you look at Chelsea as an we've been a club where we buy players and we know these players fit what the manager want. We want to win. So we just buy sometimes we buy players that doesn't even fit what we want, and after some times we just capitulate and just collapse. So it doesn't make any sense. I think Tuchel will be back though in terms of Todd. I think he will be back. So for me, he will be back by the new ownership. For me, it will be back by the new ownership. I think once he's been back, we can see a long-term process from Tuchel in terms of okay, this is my style of play. This is what I want to implement into the squad. I think that could help also because under Roman, they were like, hey, sack, and it doesn't make any sense. So sack, 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 sack. It doesn't make any sense. So for me, it doesn't make any sense. So I think having that stability for me is key because if you have that stability, you can easily move forward, stabilizing, staying relevant for future purpose, not just sucking manager up and down and believing it's gonna be success. Because if you sack manager, how do you want to succeed when sack manager when you don't give manager time to implement the system? If you want to follow the model of Klopp and Tuchel and Pep, you got a long-term process. They are being backed, no matter how they've been backed, and they're giving the player they want. Every season, they keep getting back, and look at the result. They make huge money when they're back. So I think Tuchel need to be back enough to be given the tools needed for him to succeed. I think if he can be backed and he's been given the tools, I think he will succeed. It's a matter of how much money will he spend, how many players will he buy. But it's an exciting moment being a Chelsea fans. Now we can all dream and have that, oh, this is the kind of player we wanted on the club. We can also plan in terms of going forward because in 2 months' time, the season starts. So if there's no plan ahead, we're just going to be lacking behind in terms of players. So we need to buy players into the club where we can easily plan and know, okay, we have this player, we don't have this player, we have this player. We know who's going to be in the club and who's not going to be in the club. We can easily plan and make success with those. That makes me happy though in terms of that habit, that aspect. It makes me happy too. So, Steve, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I just saw the news that according to it said Todd Bowley bid considering adding a former player into Chelsea boardroom in the
Yeah, yeah,
future,
yeah.
such
I
as
heard that. I heard that. You know,
so.
like Van der Sar at Ajax, like that.
So what are they bringing? Are they bringing Drogba in or who?
But we don't know yet. We don't know
Because
yet.
we have Peter Cech already.
It could be him. We don't know.
People are saying John Terry,
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it was to him.
but we already have Cech as a sporting that as a
Unless
coach
Czech will leave. Maybe Czech will leave.
because Gonaskia and that what's called Gonaskia and Bosbok now their future is a little bit not
Yeah,
sure.
it's in doubt. It's in doubt.
Yeah, so there's check with the technical advisor now. So is it going to be part of Todd Bowley's or is it going to be gone?
If he's not, he could go on goalkeeping coach.
Okay, so he could become the goalkeeping coach.
Yeah, yeah. Because our other goalkeeper coach left the season just
Oh,
finished.
Christopher
He left.
Lolichon.
Yeah, he left.
Okay,
So he could take his place.
so Jack could be the goalkeeping coach in terms of that aspect. That's good.
Mm.
So then maybe John Terry could come into the club and have a say.
Yeah,
But for me, I would love Drogba to be there though because of the strikers we have. Because
I'd like Jobberell Makaleli.
yeah, because if you have Drogba there, player like our striker that don't really know how to convert, he'll be able to help them and okay, move this way, don't move this way. It's gonna help to, and having Drogba into the squad also will help to his influence and everything will help though. We don't know who it's gonna be, but we'll see. I think that person could be the sporting director. We don't know yet. Or what do you
Yeah,
think?
I think I don't know who it's gonna be yet, but I think they want the Monaco guy from Monaco. That's the sporting director.
Paul Mitchell,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm hearing he's staying already.
Well, that's who they want, but they might go for someone else. But I don't think they're gonna do it straight away. I
Yeah,
think they're
I think for me, it
gonna
will
wait.
take time though.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
You-
wait.
Yeah, we're gonna wait. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Maybe possibly next season
Yeah, yeah,
or January, something like that. But something they will look into getting into. For me, I would prefer Drogba. I don't like John Terry. For me, is a little bit. It's like a capitalist for me. It's like I don't kind of feel good about it.
yeah. I hear that. I hear that.
It's like John Terry is like a capitalist for me. So his views will be looked into, but I'm not really sure. I would love someone that has that mentality and brain and understand the club, which is John Terry, the captain. But it's a risk for me bringing him in. Just let him be where he is and watching him from the far away. That's better.
But he's coaching the under 23, so should just carry on with that.
Discussion at 23.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they get a development coach already.
I think it's the under 23, so it might be the other youngers, but I know he's coaching there.
Oh,
He's
he's coaching already.
Yeah, he's coaching at Chelsea. Yeah,
Okay, so then we should be able to bring somebody in then. So since John Terry is coaching then maybe we should bring in someone different that know the core of the club. For me, I would love Peter Cech to stay though. I would love him to stay.
yeah, me too.
Leave him because at least we'll be able to know. Okay, he knows his job. For me, yeah, if you bring in the sporting director, they can easily work with Peter Check and everything. So I'll leave him to stay though.
Yeah, man. You see the mega stores back up and running.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
I know. I
It's
know.
it's a good day. It's a good day, man.
Yeah, I know. I saw it already, and I also saw that they've taken three UK out of the sponsorship.
Yeah, yeah. They've cancelled it. Yeah.
They canceled it. So what's gonna be the new?
Some sponsor from America. We're waiting to hear.
Wow.
So yeah.
So I also saw, wait, is this true? Bayern will rival Inter Milan for the signing of Romelu Lukaku, while the Italian would offer a loan deal. Bayern offers as
I'm hearing in trying to put someone in the deal and a
who?
player in the deal.
You mean Bayern?
No, Inter are putting. They want to offer a player for Lukaku with cash.
So Martinez or Bastoni.
I'm not sure who it is. I'm not
So
sure. But
because Bayern wants to buy Lukaku now. Bayern
yeah,
are giving him a 3-year deal for the Belgium nationality between Lukaku representative and Bayern this week. So there's gonna be a talk between Lukaku and the representative this week because Lukaku wants to go to Inter Milan. Inter Milan wants to go alone with option to buy, but Chelsea said they want obligation to buy.
yeah, yeah. But I think Lewandowski's leaving if they want Lukaku.
Yeah, he's leaving, so that's why they want for Lukaku. But the problem they're offering him 3 years, which is 3 years. They should offer him more though.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Eric
And
said he's on the mega store now.
fair enough, fair enough. There should be some discounts as well, man.
Wow. We also need the goalkeeping coach.
And
Yeah,
I'm
stepping up.
hearing the players did the shoot for the new kit. They've
They did
already
what?
done. They've done the shoot for the new kit.
Oh, they're shooting already?
They've done
Uh,
it.
that's beautiful.
So the new kit should be released this week.
Oh, that's good then. That's good. That's good. That's good then. If they do the shooting, that's fine. Is it gonna be Trivago? We don't know yet, right?
Yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting.
Oh, that's beautiful. We're gonna know then very soon. We should be able to know. So that's cool. That's cool.
And I'm
It's
hearing
moving
the
forward.
Chelsea shop should be open as well this week.
No, that's good. So people can buy jerseys.
Yeah, and people can get it.
I'm waiting for the sponsorship because the last time I bought a Chelsea jersey was the Samsung. And
I think they probably already have the sponsor, but they just haven't released it
okay,
because it will already be on the shirt.
okay, but they are okay. They're just waiting for the approval, then they'll be able to release
Yeah,
it. Okay, okay. We should be able to know what's going on this week, though, in terms of the sponsor. Because when we sign players in, the sponsorship has to be there.
yeah.
So when we bring in new players, the new sponsor has to be in that shade because there's no more
It's probably already there. They're just waiting to confirm it.
to confirm it. Okay, okay, that's not bad. Lakoba, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You know,
Celebrating moment. TODDB.
well, there's not really much to celebrate. It's just like a normal day in Chelsea FC because we already knew that it was going to happen for a very long time. We already knew that Top B was gonna get this sorted out. It's just today is just
hmm
sorting out the getting your ducks in a row day, pretty
hmm
much. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm happy that this is going and this is official,
yeah.
as you could say. But for me, it's just like I need business. I need to get down to business as soon as
hmm
possible, because I think it's only 68 days until the Premier League starts.
Yeah, August the 6th.
Yeah, and we need to get our signings for preseason because we know how important preseason is
Yeah.
for this squad, especially the squad. When we don't have
hmm
preseason, and trying to sign new players as well.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just get new signings. I need signings. I don't need hey, I don't need, hey guys, this is what we're gonna do in the for Chelsea. This is our ambition. No, just get me signings and just keep
And
this
just
train
move.
moving.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
me.
bad. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, good. That's good. I'm just happy right now. Or at least everything is over now. All Chelsea fans can just relax and enjoy themselves. Because there is some conflicting this, conflicting that. So for me, We just have to just relax and chill and enjoy that. It's an happy moment right now as the Chelsea fans. We know that, so we just have to enjoy the moment. That's what I can tell Chelsea fans. We just have to enjoy the moments.
Yeah, but
Mm.
did you honestly believe that it was going to fall through? Like, would you? Do you think a billionaire who's going to spend 4 billion,
4.5.
4.5 billion, do all of this just for it to fall through? Like, for me, it was like these stories of just like, oh, it couldn't. It's just to sell papers, sell news cycles, get clicks. I don't know. They were never serious.
That is the UK people. You know those UK government people. The way they react sometimes, especially to Roman Abramovich. I don't think it deserved this, but because of the Russian invasion, so those stuff can happen because of the Russian invasion. I don't know what Roman did to them. They don't really like Roman, which is understood. So those stuff happens though because of the invasion and everything. So I'm not surprised when this kind of stuff happen.
Yeah, but Roman was part of a a larger issue. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't specifically Roman, which, if you look through it, then you would understand. Like, okay, cool. He, even though it looks like they're targeting him, but
Mm-hmm.
he was just part of a larger issue with, which is like Russians using their money to money launder in London, which is probably, which I was watching a document about Russians taking money from the government, using it
Mm-hmm.
for their back pocket and put it into London properties, which is why the London properties are so high, because because they can afford to buy at ridiculous prices,
Mm-hmm.
and is probably the reason why people are struggling in London, because I think it has increased the property prices ridiculously high.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Roman wasn't specifically the target, but it was the part of the larger issue, because you can't really just go every single Russian in London apart from Abramovich. Like, you can't really do that. So again, it's unfortunate that it had to end like this, the Roman era. But again, Chelsea was here before him. Chelsea will be here
Yeah.
after him, and we just have to keep it moving, because it's not the end of the day. We're not one man. We're not like some clubs in
Mm-hmm.
London. We're not Arsenal. We're not Man United, who
Mm-hmm.
are bow down to just one man. We're an entity, and Roman showed us that you can survive throughout whatever manager he puts in charge. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that this is over with, so we can just finally move on with our lives.
Exactly. Like it's get a toll a lot in some of the Chelsea fans, people, especially Chelsea fans who are like die hard Chelsea fans, like proper Chelsea fans. They can't do anything with their club because they can't buy tickets, they can't buy jerseys, they can't do anything. They're kind of it's complicated because they can't even support the club they love from the depth of their heart. So it's difficult when the UK banned the fans not going to the stadium and everything. It's very difficult for them to survive. But finally, it's over now. So we could kind of move forward in terms of now buy players and everything. Then we'll be able to look into the new transfers. How many players are we going to buy and everything? We
Mm.
can be able to kind of discuss that and
Yeah, but
look
my
forward.
my, my thing with the UK government was like, why did you have to punish Chelsea specifically? Because if your main worry was, oh, Roman was going to get the money, well
Mm-hmm.
then I've known companies that have kicked out the what's it called, CEOs, and put it into like a holding, like, so the CEO doesn't get money, or something like that. They
Mm-hmm.
could have done that with Chelsea. Like, all right, cool. All the ticket sales have to go into a certain account, and we monitor where that account goes to. They could have done that, but again, I think how the UK handled it was poor, because from the initial, I think the initial what's it called, ruling on how the Chelsea was going to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it from how it started to where it is now, it's changed significantly, and how
Mm-hmm.
relaxed it is now, because
Mm-hmm.
because it's very difficult to sanction a club
Yeah.
If and such and sanction a club like Chelsea, it's very difficult because of how many revenue streams that Chelsea get. It's hard
Yeah.
to go. Okay, which one's going to Chelsea and which one is going to Roman specifically? So
Mhm.
that's my only biggest frustrating was like the fans were punished more than it seemed like Roman was,
Yeah.
which I don't know. Roman getting poisoned or whatever, and his assets being frozen, but it
Hmm.
just felt like the club was being punished instead of Roman was. So yeah,
I'm happy now that everything is settled. Now we can just
yeah,
move on, move forward, and enjoy. And for me, enjoy everything that has happened. Just easily buy a t-shirt, buy so many stuff, and just enjoy yourself, man. So,
yeah.
Steve, I will believe that you in terms of wow, this is over, man. We can move on.
Yeah, it's a relief for me, man. Just it was a horrible 3 months for me, man. I was stressing over this, man. Just
You
glad
can,
it's done. Just glad we
you
got our club back, man.
yeah. So finally, to get the club back is huge, man. Is an happiness to get the club back. Or just if I can feel happy, can feel now because there has been some tension that just might go into administration. I was like, administration? Like
Mm.
seriously?
Yeah, apparently if it weren't done by tomorrow, that would have happened.
Hmm. But wait, this they say this kind of take like sometimes it take like 9 months, sometimes
Yeah,
11 months.
yeah. Apparently this was the quickest sales ever gone through.
Wow. Is it because it's an American consultant that want to buy it, or
I
how
think
fast?
it's because they had a deadline, so they had to get it done.
They have to rush it and everything.
Yeah, because the
But I
guys
also
were,
have to give credit to the Rain Group though. They did a fantastic job.
yeah, they done very good.
The Rain Group, we have to just give credit to them because uh there have been some panic and everything, but eventually they get everything done. We have to give them some credit. They deserve credit though. The Rain Group deserves some massive credit.
Yeah, they done well.
Bro, as I was reading the Chelsea stuff, man, how many people that was bidding for Chelsea just to buy them? Everything being cut down to four people, from four to three, from three to one. That is huge, huge. But I'm happy is finally done. We can just move on and enjoy, and we can be able to speculate which player do you want to buy in and everything. Which for
I
me, which
think they
makes
will get on with signing players quite quick.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I mean, most contracts, end in the free ones end in like end of July, June.
mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can get Dombele done, but
Yeah,
it just feels
Apparently,
like
he's agreed personal terms already.
yeah. But for me, it's like every single day, it just seems like Dombele is either going somewhere else or he's
mm-hmm.
getting closer to Chelsea. It just seems in the balance. I just need signings. I just need
Yeah. I
you
think I'm
know
hearing them. I'm hearing Dembele has been a good partner terms. It's just about the matter of when is it gonna be announced by the club and Barcelona.
Mm. It's a
Because
free agent. Yeah, you have to. When's his contract up? Is when it
as from
comes.
tomorrow, I think his contract is up as from tomorrow.
So from then we can get it wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
I want the Kunde deal wrapped up because his agent's been speaking to
Mm-hmm.
Barcelona, and
No, that's not true. That's not true. They're
well, I'm
using
hearing rumors of Barcelona, so
they're
I
using
I
it
know
as a
they're not
smoke
rude.
screen.
I know it's a small screen, but it's just like I've heard smoke screens before. I just don't want anything to slip up because Chelsea had
Exactly.
Lukaku in hand, and next thing you know, he's gone to Man United.
Exactly.
So
And the same Lukaku now is going to Inter Milan back. See,
I'm hearing that Barcelona can't even register Christensen.
Christensen, yeah, because they can't register Christensen because they have an economic problem. They have to fix the economic problem first before they can register players. They can register
No,
Christensen.
apparently they can't even afford Lewandowski.
Yeah, they can. That's what the problem is. Where does Lewandowski end up? We don't even know. We don't know.
Mm.
this is where Chelsea should look at this and go, okay, well, we have a striker position that needs filling. If
Mm-hmm.
Lukaku, but the thing about Chelsea is that they'll only go for Lewandowski if they have 100% insurance that Lukaku will leave.
Yeah, Lukaku wants
Which
to leave.
that
No, he
which
wants to
that
leave.
could drag on because Inter then have the power because they can go, well, well, if I want Lukaku, do I want
Mm-hmm.
Lukaku? Is there a better option? They can, drag this out, which
Mm-hmm.
then leaves Chelsea in a predicament of, well, are we going to get a new striker in, or are we going to keep one? And it's the same. It's going to turn out the same
Yeah,
situation
because the
with
report we are
Courtois.
hearing is Lukaku wants to go, but Chelsea said option. So what the option is, uh, look, Inter Milan want Chelsea to play the wages, but Chelsea said they don't want to pay the wages. So it's gonna be like a loan with maybe like 60 to 65 million option to buy. So Chelsea was like he has to be obligation to buy. So Lukaku said he doesn't want to come back again. He just want to remain in Inter Milan.
And they're trying to put a player in the deal now, Inter.
Yeah, so it might be Bastoni, it might be Lautaro Martinez. We don't know yet.
This is where like Thomas Tuchel has to have like the
This
first
is
and the final decision. Like
mm-hmm.
it can't be a club decision at this point. It has to be Thomas Tuchel's decision on if this deal is right, because I don't want any reports of, well, he didn't want him, and Thomas Tuchel, this is your opportunity to go, all right, cool, build the squad in your image.
Yep.
If you don't want Lukaku, let him go. If you do
Mm-hmm.
want Lukaku, let him
Let him
stay.
stay. Because
End of.
he has already sacked his agent already. He has a new lawyers that is running up for him.
Yeah, and they're going to Inter tomorrow.
Like going to
try,
Inter Milan tomorrow
yeah, to try to get the deal done.
to get the deal done. So if they can agree deal, and they will agree deal with Chelsea too, they will.
Yeah, but this again, this is just it, this whole saga has just been a waste of everyone's time, and it just proves once again that our board
And
is
incompetent.
it's, it's incompetent, but it's just like they don't do their due diligence, or they don't do something that a top club would do, and it's like, find out if this is the right person for you know the team. It
Mm-hmm.
just seems like they just go for marquee signings to just to please the fans every time, but it never goes for a player that can actually fit the system and fit the bill. Um,
I'm not
can you?
surprised because we've been criticized a lot about signing some stupid and ridiculous players.
Yeah, because
So
for me, in the last, apart from in the last, let's say twenties from 2017,
mm-hmm.
when was the last good signing that we had? Kovacic,
uh, Hazard,
Hazard. No, I mean like the good signings, like
maybe Kovacic.
exactly. Kovacic is like the only one that it springs into mind. The others are just like the guys from the academy.
Mm-hmm.
No, Chilwell. Well, that's two in what 4 years for a top club.
It's annoying as a Chelsea fan. It's very annoying seeing Chelsea behaving like this. Very annoying. But this is where sometimes when we have to when we appreciate Marina Gunner's we also have to blame her in some aspect too because we're back a lot. Okay, so Steven told me that Inter Milan and Romelu Lukaku are meeting tomorrow. Lukaku has expressed his desire to return to Inter. The problem is now the compensation Inter should pay to Chelsea. So now, according to Sky Italian, so it now depends on how much Chelsea wants to pay. Inter Milan wants to pay Chelsea. Lukaku has already said he wants to leave. So, Lakoba, what's your take on that? According
Get
to
this
Sky
done
Italian, and they are very, very reliable. So
for
Lukaku wants
me.
to go. The problem now is it now depends on how many competitors they want to pay Chelsea. Do they want to pay loan with obligation to buy for like 60, 70 million? It depends.
Okay, for me, this is where Marina, her expertise shines,
Mm-hmm.
because in terms of selling players
Mm-hmm.
for a good deal, she's probably the best in the business.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to say. Um, I think the deal was he's getting 7 million
Yes,
from
it's
Inter,
reducing his wages 7 million a year. Yeah.
and then the rest is going to be paid by Chelsea,
Yeah.
and it's 15 million per season,
Season, yeah.
and an option to buy for
60 to
60 mil.
70. 60 to 70, something like that.
Again, if you
But
look at it,
Inter still has to sell player though. They have to sell player to compensate to balance their book.
yeah,
That's why they're trying to put a player in the deal. It
but
won't
this is
be a loan if they put a player in the deal.
So it won't be a loan.
It'd be a straight permanent if they're putting a player in the deal.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where like I've got to give it to Marina because in terms of damage limitations, like okay, Lukaku cost let's be honest, 100 million for a guy who struggled so much to sell him. Let's say for okay, my ma- I'm an engineering student. So 85
I'm an
million
engineering
at
currently.
best, and what you lose 15 million. Well, that's pretty much his wages for the whole season. So again, that's for me. That's a pretty good deal in terms of damage limitations and getting your funds back. You lost 15 million, which pretty much covers his whole wages for a whole year. This is pretty good for me. As soon as possible, because we need preseason. I don't want this guy in like I don't know. I think we're in Charlotte in July. I don't want this guy in Charlotte, and then next thing you know, he's gone. Like Zappa Costa and all these other guys who were in preseason, and then all of a sudden are now gone out, and now we have a hole in our squad. So again, I think it's just best for all of us because it's not worked. I think this signing was a couple years too late. I think it would have worked under Antonio Conte. Yeah,
So what do you think now for the what are you thinking in terms of the compensation they want to give Chelsea? Bastoni, Skriniar, Lautaro Martinez, who did they want to give Chelsea? That's what we can't figure out. Because Ganaskia want to demand money, but the competition will be like, okay, let's give you Bastoni. Then we'll get Lukaku. That's a strong deal. Because you guys need a defender. So we can settle for a left central defender, then bring Kunde in. So we don't spend much. We only spend like 65, maybe 50 million on Kunde with Bastoni together. Then we can just plan around.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can bring up like Inter Milan's squad
Okay, let me
because
bring them the squad. Let me try. Yeah, I'll do that.
then I can probably assess because how Chelsea would probably roll with is like we'll probably sign someone who we can flip or we can sell for a decent amount of price. I don't think or someone who can just do a job like Thiago Silva on a free.
This vote for your face said we Inter need Lukaku. I think they need Lukaku because they brought
Yeah,
in
because Dzeko
Edin
is
Dzeko now.
Dzeko is not the guy, but
So this is
Lukaku
their
is
squad.
much.
So Ivan Perisic is already gone. He's gone to Tottenham Hotspur already. So they have Lautaro Martinez, Alexis Sanchez. Chanaloglu has gone to.
I'm liking Barella.
Chanaloglu is there. Robin Gosden is there. Vidal, Barella, Jacome Correa. So
I don't mind Barella, man.
Bonzovic, Edin Dzeko, Bastoni, Andanovic, Causedo, Dumfries, Skriniar, De Vrij, Matteo Damian, Federico Di Marco, Alexander Kolarov, Ambrosio, Andrea Renaucha, Roberto Gagliardini, Franco, Alexa Cado. So now it depends on what we want, what Chelsea want. It depends on what Tuchel want, like what you said.
I think for Chelsea, they're probably going to go with a midfielder or a defender. I think that's the most sensible
Skriniar
option.
or Bastoni.
Can we get Barella?
It's very important for them. That they can't even say Barella. It's
What
difficult to
about
say
Brozovic?
Brozovic is old. I don't want old players. I think the likely scenario would be maybe Skriniar or Bastoni because Skriniar is 25, Bastoni is like maybe 20, 21, something like that. So go for a left central back who can play with his left foot. So
Yeah, but then couldn't you just sign Koulibaly? I think he plays with his right foot.
Napoli said they want 70
They
million for
want
Koulibaly.
60 million now,
60 million for
apparently.
Koulibaly.
60? I thought it was 35.
Yeah, exactly. They up it. You know what that guy's like.
For
man.
fuck's sake, man.
De La Renta is a
Chelsea ain't
bastard.
gonna do that not for his age. That ain't gonna happen.
He only has 1 year deal on his contract, just 1 year.
But you know what that president's like, man.
I know.
That guy's a prick, fam.
He's an
All he
idiot.
does is just
He's an idiot, man.
sandbag himself, man. Oh,
an
okay,
idiot.
cool. I guess this is our only option.
So Bastoni
65 million. Oh, this ADL, man. He's a stingy boss. He's worse than Daniel Levy. Worse than Daniel Levy. I think those two are up there. Abdullahi. I think I don't know. I'll go for a defender. I don't know who. Whichever
Who do you
Thomas
want?
Tuchel wants.
Because they have Bastoni and Skriniar. So who do you want to take?
Skriniar?
Skriniar 25, Bastoni 20 something. Well, you know why I say Bastoni is because if we buy Kunde is a right central back. We need a left central back
Yeah,
because
but I'm also hearing Hakimi. I don't
Ashraf
know.
Hakimi is a left wing back. We can't. Hakimi wants to leave, but the problem is we have to tackle with PSG.
I don't believe the Kimi will come. I don't believe
I
I
that.
don't
know
believe.
Sorry.
because we're monitoring FC because all we do
Yeah.
is just look at
So
players and not
I
window
don't even think
shopping
we're gonna buy
FC,
Hakimi. I don't think we're gonna
window
buy
No,
Hakimi.
shoppers
I don't
FC
think
thing.
PSG would sell him anyway.
I don't. For me, I don't think so. It's not even realistic to buy Hakimi right now because
No.
he had the choice to choose. He chose PSG, so we move on. We move on. So you want to go for Bastoni or Skriniar?
Whoever has the most upside, really.
For
Again, this
me,
is down to
I like
Thomas Tuchel.
Bastoni because he's young and he can easily develop. He's a left footer, so he can easily develop. I like him. Alessandro Bastoni, yeah. He's 23 years of age.
Was he with the Italy squad
Yeah, it's in his
when
yeah, it's in
when
Italy
they won
squad,
the
yeah.
Euros?
Yeah, he's in the hero, yeah. He was in the hero.
Did he play in the
He
final?
played, yeah, he did play, yeah. It's
Oh,
gonna I think it's gonna play this week because they are playing at Argentina this week for the Maradona's trophy.
oh shit. Okay. Well, for me, I'll take a player who's capable of playing a high line. I'm not sure about either of these two players, but I
Mm-hmm.
think how we're gonna play from next year is probably similar. So you
Mm-hmm.
need a player who's quick, you can track back, s- just do all the stuff
Due
that we
diligence.
need.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's just down to Thomas Tuchel.
What does he
Again,
want? Does he want Skriniar? Does he want Bastoni? Because see, if Chelsea demand maybe a defender, then probably I can see us going for Robert Lewandowski as a striker because we have to replace Lukaku. We have to.
for
You
me,
cannot say you,
I've thought about this. I
because
think Chelsea's approach play
Mhm.
might be similar to how Man City go about it. How they just share the wealth in terms of goal scoring. Because for Man City, you can't really tell me who's the main guy to score goals.
Mhm.
You just go, well, Jesus can score, Kevin De Bruyne can
So
score,
you think they're
Sterling can
gonna
score.
build the team around Kai Havertz?
Uh, again, I think however, yeah, maybe.
But I still believe we need a striker that Havertz will
Yeah,
be on form.
absolutely. I think you need a striker for the big games,
Mhm.
for the
I trust
games that.
Havertz, but for me, it's still need more development. It still need to improve more. So if I bring
Yeah, but we need to
Lewandowski,
tackle how we break down low blocks because
exactly.
that's the key. And this is
And
where your
because
midfield
because his agent,
comes in.
Lewandowski agent is very close to Chelsea. And Fisa Zahavi is very, very close to Chelsea. So to smoothen the Lewandowski deal is very easy to smoothen.
Yeah, but if I'm Lewandowski, you have to pitch me a very good project for me
Mhm.
to ultimately go
Sweet.
from
Because he wants to go to
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Barcelona, he can't go to Barcelona because economic problem.
Yeah, but if I'm Lewandowski, didn't Barcelona do the same thing with like when in 2014 how they couldn't sign for Volat, Aden Turin, and
Yeah.
Fahal, and
Hmm.
they had to wait like a whole year for them to
Yeah.
play.
Hmm.
So I think I don't know. Would Lewandowski want to sit out for a whole year? No.
Oh.
But if I'm Chelsea, I would just go. Listen, 2 years
Mhm.
on the
So
table. two
he wants
years.
3 years. He wants 3 years.
Okay, no, he wants Barcelona though.
Yeah.
So it
Hmm.
has to. So a deal has to work out. So if I'm Chelsea, I'll go. All right, cool. 2 year deal.
Hmm.
After the first year, you can go to Barcelona if it doesn't work out on the contract.
Wow.
Because then he can go. All right, cool. This is a stopgap for me. It works out for Chelsea. It works out for him. But it depends on how
Because
motivated.
why I think Lewandowski wants to prove himself. I think the way he's been treated in Bayern Munich, so he wanted to prove himself a lot and go to another league and show the world that yes, I can still do it in this league. That's the
Yeah,
reason he
but
wants to go to Barcelona. In terms of now going to Barcelona, he can still prove to the world that if I go to Barcelona, I'll be able to show the world that I am the best in the world in terms of being in that Ballon d'Or podium and winning that trophy. Because
yeah,
I
but if
believe.
I'm Lewandowski
Mhm.
going to Chelsea and possibly winning a trophy or
Mhm.
getting golden boot,
Mhm.
and then going to Barcelona and then competing with Benzema,
Mhm.
you would then go like, he's done it in the Bundesliga, he's done it in the Premier League, he's done it in La Liga.
Mm-hmm.
You then put him in a different conversation. Then, oh, he went to the Bundesliga and then he went to La Liga.
That's true. But if I think if it comes to Chelsea, it's gonna pay because now people be like, he leave the Bundesliga, he came to a very difficult league and he perform. People is gonna rate they're gonna rate Lewandowski very differently. It's gonna be rated differently.
Yeah, because it's either going to be two ways. It's either that he's going to struggle, and the struggles will be down to the players around him are not good enough,
Mm-hmm.
or Bundesliga tax,
Yeah.
which that will be his narrative. So if I want to prove myself,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, you have to either go to La Liga and the Premier League
And the
to
Premier
prove
League,
yourself.
yeah, that's true.
You can't just go, oh, I've got 45 goals in the Bundesliga. No one cares. No one cares. Abdullahi, let's be real. No one cares.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about what you do in Europe. It's
Yep.
all about what you do in these two big leagues.
Big leagues, yeah, I
No
agree.
one cares other than that because we all
And
know who's going to win each year with La Liga
like
or La Liga.
the problem is this now is that we shared almost like 97 million on buying Romelu Lukaku. Now he wants to go back to Inter Milan because he doesn't feel happy in Chelsea and because of the way he plays. This is
Hmm.
what I'm gonna look at. Now people may blame Gonaskia. I'm not gonna put the blame on her. I'm gonna look at Lukaku himself as a player that I can understand we playing the pressing football, but as a goal scorer and as a striker, there's a way you have to adapt to a team, to a team that has one. You have to adapt to a team to kind of fit into the way he wants to play. But now he's going back to Inter Milan to start because he said he doesn't feel loved in Chelsea. He feel loved more in Inter Milan. He wants to go back there. If I had his agent, he get a new agent. I want to move out.
Yeah,
So
for me, for
that is why
when
I'm
you
a
look
little
at
bit
Lukaku over his Chelsea career,
Mhm.
you can say that 70% of his struggles came down to the system
Mhm.
because there are too many times where you see Lukaku make a forward run and you would see the wingers, the Reece James or what's it called, Alonso,
Mhm.
not really hitting it first time, and by the time they see him, he's offside. The opposition have already clocked him. They've already
Mhm.
blocked off that run, and then the ball gets cycled all over again. But the
Mhm.
30% is down to him. Those chances where you for £100 million striker, you have to score those goals
Yeah.
because there have been some times where the ball has been laid 2 feet to him and he's missed. The ball has been crossed perfectly to him and he's missed. So it's like, okay, cool. When you do get the service, you don't perform. It's the same with Christensen. It's like you can't really complain about lack of team time,
Mhm.
first team time. When every time we play you, you flop. What do you want us to do? Continue to play and flop? That's a waste of
Mhm.
our time, your time, and everybody's time. So
I agree. I got blue eyes. How you doing now? I'll mute that mic now.
Blue Eyes, you're a Heat fan. Oh.
I got blue eyes. Mute that mic now.
Come on, man. I know you're upset about last night, man, but come on.
I got blue
My
eyes.
Celtics came through.
I'll mute that mic now. Boston Celtics already won in the final with Golden State Warriors, so relax. Abdul, firstly, the takeover and Lukaku. No, remember we talked about this yesterday, Abdul. We were talking about the permutation about Lewandowski and Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku and the takeover, Abdul. Go for it.
Yeah, can you guys hear me well?
Perfectly. Wow, for the first time we can hear you clearly. Ah, new era, new beginning. I need that beginning from Blue Eyes. Continue.
New
You
era,
see
new
now,
beginning, new
Abdul
mic.
is becoming a new person. New era, new beginning. Ha! Wow. Wow. Continue.
Ah, I mean, big up to everyone on the panel and on the
Mm-hmm.
chat. Abdullah, you and I had a long discussion about the takeover yesterday,
Yesterday, yeah.
and thankfully, or thank God, we've finally got there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this could have easily shifted left for
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Football Club if Roman didn't want to play, or if Roman wanted to play hardball. So I think the part of getting this new owner and securing a new owner is also credit to Roman Abramovich,
Hmm.
and we have to be thankful to him.
Yeah.
In eternity, I would say.
Yeah.
On Romelu Lukaku, as we've said yesterday,
We said this yesterday,
Lukaku has to
Abdul.
exactly. He has to come out and say what he wants to do because he's that kind of personality. If you try to convince him to do otherwise, he'll probably, you know, start start a force, probably not train properly. His
Because Abdul,
presence
the
will
news we are
become
hearing
almost
out,
toxic
even Steve
in
can
the
even confirm the
environment
news.
and things
No,
like
no, the news we are hearing is he wants to go back to Inter. He said he doesn't feel love in Chelsea and his relationship with Thomas Tuchel is not good enough. So he wants to go back to Inter Milan where he's being loved with the fans and the players around there. So he wants to, and now Inter Milan doesn't want to pay the money Chelsea are requesting. Chelsea are requesting for 70 to 80 million. Inter Milan said no. So what they want to do is Inter Milan want to do like a competition where Lukaku goes to Inter Milan and Chelsea will demand the player. I don't know who Chelsea will demand, but Chelsea will demand the player. Who did they demand? I don't know. B, I will go for Bastoni or Milan Skriniar. That's what I want. Because if Lukaku is like it's 29, yeah, but it costs a lot of money to buy him. So Milan Skriniar is probably gonna be like Bastoni is gonna be like 50 or 60 million. I'm gonna go for Bastoni because he's a left-footed player. I want him. If Lukaku gonna go there, give me Bastoni. It's fair enough.
I've been saying it for like almost a year now, or more than a year
Mm-hmm.
now. With Lukaku, it boils down to mentals. His mentality is his weakness. And if Lukaku doesn't feel loved, he doesn't perform, he doesn't deliver. So I'm not surprised he's hinging his move or wanting to go back to Inter based on love,
Mm-hmm.
So good luck to him if he wants to leave. You can't really, but it's quite unfortunate because I really wanted him to do well at Chelsea. I've always
Mm-hmm.
liked him as a person and as a footballer since since he was at Anderlecht before even Chelsea bought him the first time around when he was a kid. I think 18 or 17 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always hoped and wished that there will be a time where he will come back and be our main striker. But it's not to be for whatever reason. If he has to move on, he has to move on. I have a feeling that he'll probably regret it sometime in his future because that's one thing you cannot count against Drogba. Drogba has the mentality, and without Drogba's mentality, he wouldn't have got to where he got to, really.
Yeah.
So
Because I remember his first season.
sometimes some of
His
these
first season
players or
wasn't good
some
enough.
people want to sulk, but
Mm-hmm.
they have to think twice. Most of them, by the time they finish their career, and then they look back and then they start saying like, "Oh, I wish I'd done this." A lot of regrets come into place. So, but if he has
Mm-hmm.
to go, he has to go. I will let him go. In
So
terms
the
of
report we are hearing is who do you want in Inter Milan? Because the Inter Milan Chelsea said they want a compensation. So who do you want? Bastoni, Skriniar. Because if Chelsea gonna demand Lautaro Martinez, I'm a little bit like, okay, Lautaro is in the bad enough, but for me, I will go for a central defender. The big central defender. It keeps us like a little bit more. Then we can be able to strengthen the other
to be
areas.
honest, I don't know. I don't know much about the current Inter squad to
Yeah,
say this
let
is
me
the
pull it out.
player
Let me pull this
I
Inter
want
squad out.
there.
Let me pull it
So
out. Let me pull the squad out. Hold on. These are the squad. Look, apart from the only two players that have left, Canaloglu have left or is from AC Milan to Inter Milan is there already.
I mean, I know
So
when they won the league,
mhm.
when Lukaku was there
Yeah.
at the last season or 2 seasons ago,
Mm-hmm.
they had a very good squad then.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I don't really know much
The
about the
only difference
squad.
is Edin
But the
Dzeko
thing
has
is, it
coming
depends on
in.
what.
So this is their squad now. This is their squad. So going back from here, Perisic has gone to Tottenham Hotspur, so he's out of the way. So they have Alexis Sanchez, Lautaro Martinez, Akan Kananoglu, Robbie Gozin, Arturo Vidal, Nicola Barella, Jacum Correo, Leonard Radu, Marcelo Brunzovic, Edin Dzeko, Alexander Bastoni, Samir Andanovic, Felipe Caicedo. They have Dexter Dumfries, Milan Skriniar, Stefan De Vrij, Matteo Damian, Federico Di Marco, Alexander Kolarov, Danilo De Ambrosio, Andrea Ranuccia, Roberto Gagliardini, Franco Carboni, Alex Cadas, Matias Vecino,
So the
Casera.
thing is, it, yeah, it depends on what Chelsea really wants going into the new season.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't see any other targets than us wanting to win the league next season. We've won the league. The last time we won the league was 2017.
Yeah.
So I see no reason why we cannot target winning the league next season. So it shouldn't
Exactly.
be a difficult thing picking a player from the list of players they have, depending
Mm-hmm.
on obviously what we need.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we can have a big enough squad if we want to win the league next season.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really have a preference because the ones I would have had a preference for, they are a bit, over the top.
Yeah.
The
Milan Skriniar is
Kolarov,
25, Bastoni is
the
23.
Zeko,
No,
the
no, no. In terms of,
Sa-
for me, because we need a defender,
Sa-
I would rather go for Bastoni because he's 23. So it's kind of fitting to what Tuchel wants to play. Back three or back four, you can play him there. He's a left central back, a left-footed central back, which is for me is good because Silva is 37. It might move on next season. If Kunde comes in, you can pair Kunde with Bastoni
so
together. You still have to
well,
develop Levi Kowal.
is Bastoni one of their top players?
He's 23.
This Bastoni, yeah, is he one of their top players? Is he one of
Yeah,
their
he's one
top
of the top players. Yeah,
performance? If
yeah,
he
he's one of
is, they
them.
might not want to lose him.
The problem is
So
the
why would
way
they want to lose him?
the way I don't know their manager Inzaghi plays is different. Sometimes he changes back three to De Vrij, Skriniar, and Damien. So it depends on how he wants to play. How he wants to play because Inter Milan they are in budget. They need to let go of a player to balance the book. So they have to sell either Skriniar or Bastoni. They have to sell one of them to balance their book because Tottenham Hotspur wants to buy they want to buy what's his name? Bastoni too. Tottenham must want to buy Bastoni too. So they want to buy Bastoni. So it could be possible we might go for him or Skriniar.
Yeah, what I'm what I'm saying is, do they want to sell one of their top performance? Maybe
Yeah,
they
they want to
want
sell
to
one of
get rid
them.
of.
They want to sell either Bastoni, Skriniar, or Lautaro Martinez. One of them have to go. They have to balance the book.
Yeah, but if you look at the squad, you
Mm-hmm.
can practically tell who is on a big wages. You can tell some of the players like
Mm-hmm.
Perisic will have been on big wage.
He has already gone to Tottenham
Yeah,
Hotspur already.
I know. So they have somebody like Alex Sanchez who will be
Alexis
on big
Sanchez.
wages. They
Mm-hmm.
have people like Zeko, Arturo Vidal. You can tell those guys are big wage players. So them getting rid of Perisic sort of
Mm-hmm.
like could indicate that they will just want to get rid of those that are on big wages and
Mm-hmm.
build on new players. So this Bastoni, I don't think if they don't, I think if they don't get a big offer for
Mm-hmm.
him, they might not just like let him go just because they want somebody off their wage bill. So they might get rid of some of these, um, elderly or sort of like older professionals who you
Mm-hmm.
can tell they're actually on big wages. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It all depends on like what Chelsea wants.
Yeah. It also depends
But
on what
the
Tuchel want to.
the,
What
the
did he
critical
want? Did
thing
he
is
want Lautaro? Did he want Brozovic? It depends on what Tuchel wants. For me, it depends on what he wants. He is the manager, so he will make that decision. That is what I want. If you're gonna let Lukaku go, give me a player in between that we can do a swap deal in between. That could work. Now you cut off the wages in which has to play, and you don't even need any loan anymore. So it depends on what Tuchel wants. It depends on what Tuchel. Bastoni is 23, Milan Skriniar is
um
25. So it depends. It depends
the
on what
I mean the
Tuchel wants.
critical thing is
Hmm.
Lukaku wants to leave, and we have to allow him to leave.
Yeah, we have to give him the
Getting
green light.
players in, I think, shouldn't be a problem. We're a big enough club,
Hmm.
so I don't see that being an issue. If we just don't want to get another Saul just for getting
Hmm.
sake, for numbers sake, or for getting sake,
Yeah,
and then start paying him,
ridiculous
exorbitant,
money. Yeah,
ridiculous money.
yeah, I agree.
So I would say, Lukaku wants to leave. He wants to leave. And
Hmm.
I think somebody mentioned earlier on, so that does that mean we're going to build around
Kai
Kai
Havertz.
Havertz as our goal scorer.
I said it. Yeah.
I mean, we can build around him because if you look, Real Madrid built around, was it 17 or 18-year-old Raul,
Mm-hmm.
in the late 90s. So it's not the first time you build around a kid. As long as you have more matured seasoned professional around him, it's not a problem having a kid. It's when you have too many kids or you rely on too many kids in a team that I think that's where the issue is. So that shouldn't be a problem. Um, what do you call him? Casillas, Real Madrid legend. He was
Yeah.
a first teamer at the age of 17,
Mm-hmm.
as the goalkeeper. So it's not a problem having a talented kid in a squad or in a
It
team,
depends on how you
as
build
long
that.
as you
I
surround them
agree.
with like seasoned professional.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It depends on how you structure the team, really. So
I agree.
yeah,
Eric,
I'll let the other guys have a say.
Eric. Firstly, your happiness with the takeover and Romelu Lukaku to Inter Milan on loan to Inter, and because Chelsea said they want it's like it's gonna be a compensation between Chelsea and Inter Milan. Chelsea request for a player before Lukaku can go.
Okay. Look, I'm eating. I'm having a good time.
It's good. You needed it. We needed it. It's good. It's
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. We're back. We're back. Thank you, Roman. Someone give Roman a statue.
Yeah.
I just came from the club store. I don't know. I just decided to. I just looked at a few things. I may or may not have spent some money. Anyway, yeah.
Relax.
So it's
Wait, do you just wait? You have to explain that statement. Do you just go and do like branch? Just go there and branch and come back.
yeah. I just took a quick look. Yeah, look.
Eric, admit it, man. You spent 100 on the new shirts, man. Come on.
I spent something. I'm not gonna say.
Oh, this guy, man.
So what's the new sponsor?
Uh,
I hope that there's already a new sponsor there already. It's not
no,
3
it's
UK anymore.
I mean, it's still three. Sadly, next season we'll see something else. I'm sure.
Okay.
That's the worst part about those kids. That's
The 3 is no
ugly
more
three
there. It's
logo.
been taken out of Chelsea Megastore. It's been taken out of there.
Has it? I think
Yeah.
did I see it?
Steven.
Did I not see it?
Yeah, it's been that's probably the old stock, isn't it? Because
Ah,
they haven't released a new shirt, but they will this week.
yeah, because the one I saw, yeah, they still have it there, but hopefully the new one. Maybe I should have waited. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. So the announcement was today. I saw it very late, but it's positive news. Um, yeah, it's certain. It's certain we need to start doing some stuff. Lukaku, if he wants to go, like Abdul said, we have to let him go. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If Inter are willing to do a swap deal, some kind of swap,
Yeah.
yes, Mr. Fitz. I live in England. Yes, I do. Um, yeah. So if you want to do a swap, I would personally consider people like I think Skriniar is a really important player for them.
Yeah. I don't think Bastoni played that much, so he's been
Yeah,
rotated a little bit.
I think Skriniar is one of their best players.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely look at him for Chelsea. I think he's really good. He can definitely make the step up, in my opinion. I think we should look at people like Gosens. Gosens is a good player. He can play as a wing back. He can play
As a left back.
he can play a few positions. He's versatile, so
Yeah.
we need to be looking at him.
That's true.
And yeah, I think those are the two people that I would take from
You don't
Inter.
go for Bastoni.
No, Bastoni is too young.
It's
I think
23.
I don't want us to be buying too many players who are like especially as for that defensive position. You need people with more, you know, you need people with more caps. I'm not saying that he doesn't have an experience, but
Mm-hmm.
you need veterans in those positions. You just do. So for me, I'm not sure. And Thiago Silva, it's not a case like Thiago Silva plays every week,
Yeah.
and he can play beside a young player because he'll help them and he will
Mm-hmm.
teach them and whatnot. But so we can't rely on too many young players in that back line. I don't think we already have Kunde coming in.
Mhm.
Thiago Silva won't play week in week out. Like I said, we need somebody who is more experienced who will be playing week in week out, like Rudiger was doing. So we definitely need to get someone like Skriniar. I think he's a good age. I thought it was older than that. I didn't even know it was 25.
It's 25, yeah.
So that sounds like a very smart thing to go for.
And
Yeah.
Skriniar is the most important player. Would they be able to lose Skriniar?
It depends. It depends on what we're willing to. If we decide to pay maybe, I don't know, 60 million,
I
65.
don't think Chelsea will pay money because Chelsea are requesting Inter Milan to pay money. Inter said on loan. And Chelsea like, okay, we need a player from your guys. We'll give you Lukaku, give us a player.
Okay, so Lukaku on loan, and then they give us somebody else.
And they cancel the loan. Once we request a player,
No, they will put a player and it'd be a permanent deal straight.
straight away.
Player and money. Something like
Player
that.
and money.
Ah.
Mhm.
And how much is it? How much money are we saying?
Oh, we're not sure yet. But
Hmm.
depends on the player. What player they put.
It depends on the player, though.
Yeah. It's a difficult one. Yes, I would go for Skriniar, honestly. Yes, this is the most important player.
Skriniar might be up to like 100. You know that he's the most important player.
No, he won't be 100. Nowhere. I mean, if you think about it, Lukaku was the most important player last season.
Mm-hmm.
But we, before last season, but we still took him from them. So I think we can get Skriniar if we really want to, and we don't have to pay like too much money for him. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely Skriniar. If we can't get anybody else, Skriniar has to be the one we target 100%. And Lukaku, all the best. It didn't work out. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We have to replace Lukaku. I'm not in favor of this idea that Havertz will be the main guy, and we're building the team around Havertz.
You have to
That doesn't sound like a good idea to me. It just doesn't. So
I agree because it's for me, it's young and we need the more experienced goal scorer if we want to kind of win the league ASAP. We need someone who can do it, and Lewa can score goals. So
I mean, if we get Lewandowski, man, wow. We are better try to win that league if we get Lewandowski. We don't want to waste his time. So
exactly, and Lewandowski he will probably want 3 years or maybe 2 years to prove a point. He wants to prove a point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was hearing that he didn't want to come to England, but if he does,
his agent is very close to Chelsea. He has a very good connection with Zahavi.
Yeah. Honestly, bring him in, man. I don't even care. Bring him, bring Neymar. Let's go. Let's just do it. Why not? This this idea that's
Eric, I don't want Neymar. Neymar wages is too much. 35 million a year. No, I'm not ready for that.
That's the funny thing. Like, some of these players have to reduce their wages.
Yeah.
Like people like De Ligt, he's not going to be getting that kind of money at Chelsea. No way. So, if you want to come to Chelsea, you make a step up, but you have to reduce those wages because a lot of these players don't deserve the money that they're on. They're not actually that good. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, if Rudiger,
Robert Lewandowski's Insta where he said about buying.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's
Bayern they're taking a piece. Lewa literally just said the journey is over. It's over for us. The journey is over for us. We're gonna move on. Bayern has to find a replacement now. They have to find a replacement.
No, what he posted and deleted, apparently, he said that Bayern are not a serious club.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but yeah.
We'll see. Steve, Lukaku Inter. Who do you want in Inter?
I don't mind, but I want a defender, to be honest.
So when the defenders, they have Skriniar, they have Bastoni, and they have the Vray is 29, maybe towards 30. But that Skriniar is 25, while Bastoni is 23. So it depends.
I just want who Tuchel wants, to be honest, man.
Okay. So you're willing to let Big Rome go?
Yeah, man. After you done that interview, it was done for me.
Whoa. Hazy. Gablo Eyes. Are you ready now, sir?
Can you hear me?
You can hear you.
Hey, Alpha, big up, man.
Before you start, give us a guinea.
Sorry? Oh, okay. No, don't worry, you have to earn it, man. When you bring Todd Bully on the stream,
he's there already.
When you bring him live as one of your panelists, then we'll play a guinea for him, man.
Who else wants Laura Woods on the panel?
Laura Woods,
Stop,
man.
guys, stop.
Oh
So,
my
guys,
goodness.
Lukaku, firstly, take over, then Lukaku to Inter Milan. And who do you want in Inter?
Yeah, finally takeover done. I'm sick and tired of always talking about the negative stuff. Finally, we can take care of home now. We've done we've talked all the negative talk in the past 2 months, and now it's time to look forward to a new generation, new era, new revolution, new evolution of what this club could be. Um, and then in terms of so again, Roman, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we know that this club is nothing without you. So thank you very much, and we welcome you, Todd Bowley, to one of the biggest sporting enterprises in the world. Welcome aboard. The fans are a little bit critical, so be ready for the heat.
Yep.
You have to be ready for the heat, and we look forward to many more good years ahead. And then for Lukaku, if it's true, hey man, Lukaku, we appreciate you, but we have to move on. There's a time when you have to shake hands and walk in different directions. And in terms of who I want in return, I've always wanted the only guy I rate in that team, and no, there's two, Lautaro Martinez and Bastoni.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a huge Bastoni fan. I'm not sure if Bastoni can be packaged in that deal because he's one of the main players on that squad,
Yeah, but
right?
the Inter Milan want to request money. Now it depends on how much Chelsea wants to pay and get Bastoni in.
Yeah.
It depends how much they want to pay and get Bastoni in. Because Antonio Conte want Bastoni. Conte want Bastoni.
So what happened to everybody shouting Koulibaly last week?
No,
Chelsea
Koulibaly,
fans.
the owner, ADL, Laurentiis, he said he want for 60 million.
Chelsea fans. Chelsea
The
fans
60
can.
million. No. The
I've
problem
never
is
seen fans that can buy players before the scouting team.
no.
That's
Blood.
Chelsea fans,
The problem is ADL, De Laurentiis
Hmm.
already said Koulibaly will go for 30 million, and then he helped the deal again after a week for 60 million and 70 million, and he's 30 years of age already. Who wants to pay that amount of money for him?
Exactly.
Barcelona is not paying that amount of money.
If we're going to pay 60 million for him, we might as well go get Delict.
The late is 150.
Yeah, but we can probably do a better deal, man. That guy, that's my guy, anyways. Delict.
So you want to go for Bastoni?
Yes, Bastoni is my nomination if it's possible. I'm not sure how they can do that deal. Because right now Bastoni's value in the market is probably around 70 million.
Maybe 60, 70. So if we are going Bastoni, we might pay maybe like 35, 40 with Bastoni.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows how they will package that deal, but yeah. So we are sure that Lukaku is leaving.
Yes, leaving already. His agent is going to Inter Milan tomorrow.
Wow.
Yes, already sacked his agent. He has a new agent. I sacked the agent he has before, and he has a new one. So they are talking to
But didn't I see something that Lautaro Martinez might come to the EPL?
Yeah, that's what Chelsea are doing. Are they going to go for straight swap Lautaro, then Lukaku? They're going to go for defender. It depends on what Chelsea and Tuchel want. Now it's all about on Tuchel. What does he want? Does he want Lautaro swap deal with Lukaku, or does he want a defender?
Yeah.
It depends.
And if you look at if we're losing Rudiger, we need defensive cover immediately. But it's not only needing a defender, right? We need a profile that fits that will fit that role. People think it's about signing the best defender. No, it's not. In my opinion, no. I think it's about getting the right profile. And the right profile might not be everyone's choice, might not have all the attributes that everyone dreams of, but the right profile is always, you can buy the nicest shoes, but if they don't fit, you have to return it back to Foot Locker. Understand? Yep. So at the end of the day, I think Bastoni is the right profile, in my opinion, but I'm just curious to know how they will package that deal.
Yeah. I will not be surprised if it's going to be Lautaro Martinez. I will not be surprised.
Me either. Hey, Lautaro Martinez is not a bad idea either, man, because that puts pressure on Kai Havertz to behave. Personally, I want deals that will put Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, all these kids, I want them to be uncomfortable for this new era that we're stepping into. I don't want guys to be too comfortable and too arrogant, knowing that you're going to be
World Cup is
every
coming.
game.
Players will get injured. So
exactly. So we just need competition. We need competition and we need rotation at the highest level.
Yeah. So it depends on what. By this week, we will know what Tuchel wants. Either Lautaro Martinez or a defender. We don't know. We have to wait and see.
Exactly.
But personally, for me, if it's gonna be me, I'll go for either Bastoni or Lautaro. If you're gonna do a swap deal, do a swap deal. Saka for striker. That's not bad. If you want to go for Bastoni, then you reduce the money. Go for Bastoni, then okay, we know we're gonna spend the
But
money on
How
goals.
old is Lautaro Martinez?
24 or 25.
Are you
Let me
sure? I
see.
think he's older than that too.
How hold on, let me see. I was 24.
He's 24.
Yeah, he'll be 25 this August.
Yeah, he's young, though. Yeah,
Yeah, he'll be 25 this August.
he's young, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a good player. That's like the young Alexis Sanchez. That gives me Alexis. Is that his name? Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, Alex Sanchez, yeah. But
Yeah.
the way I look at Lautaro remind me of
Cool.
a little bit of Sergio Kun Aguero when he plays for Manchester City. A little bit. The way he play.
Yeah, I
The
can
way he
see that
strike the
too.
balls.
I can see that too. Yeah,
And he's
that's a good
young, so we
point.
can easily just build around him. He's young for a long time. So
Yeah.
he's young.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's one thing to go after all these players, but who are we? Like, which players are we actually expunging from the squad? Which players are leaving?
That's what Steven is here because we are hearing player like Alonso
Pulisic is not going to leave,
Pulisic is young
apparently.
because of American endorsements. I know.
And if Lukaku goes, we might not get rid of Werner. He
Oh
might
yeah.
stay. Yeah.
Okay, so if Lukaku go, when am I stay?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
Oh,
now
boy.
this is where we have to know who's gonna. So is Werner gonna be the striker, or are we gonna get a new striker in? If Lukaku go, we're gonna buy someone that's gonna score the goals.
Mm.
You have to
Yeah,
bring
I don't
someone
know.
in.
I don't know. It has to be a cheap
Yep.
option, man.
Lewandowski, man.
Yeah.
Lewandowski is a free. He wants to go on free. He wants to leave Bayern by fire by force. He wants to go. For me, I will go for Lewandowski because of his experience and his proving. Lautaro Martinez is not bad also too.
See, Harry Kane has Champions League. He doesn't have to go anywhere anymore.
Exactly. So just imagine that.
Doesn't have to go anywhere anymore.
Arsenal F you, man. F you.
Man. No.
So Arsenal F you, man. So you have to wait and see. Though. But for me,
Um, Harry Kane is going nowhere. Conte loves Harry Kane,
mm-hmm.
and
No.
believe it or not, Conte wants to win the league with Tottenham. So
Yeah, I
there's
can
no
see
way
it.
he's
And they
allowed
just
to
bought
stay.
Ivan Perisic. I'm seeing them going for so many players. So they
You
will
see,
buy
Chelsea
players.
Chelsea fans were doing stream saying welcome Ivan Perisic. You see how funny this thing is. Chelsea fans can buy players. Hey, I've never seen fans with transfer dollars like Chelsea fans.
That's fine.
As soon as one name, like, we've already bought Dembele now. Dembele is part of the squad already.
And
Relax,
you know
easy.
the funniest thing, Blue Eyes?
Yeah.
Most Chelsea fans, once they have a consensus that
Mm,
this is the stand,
yeah.
you can't convince them. Perisic is gone, he's signed, he's done
Yes, he's better
medical.
than
You can't,
Alonso. He's this,
you can't
he's that, he's this.
exactly you can't convince them. Say, hang on a minute, the deal's not been done.
They will
Who
tell
says
you
this? Who says
lie.
that? They will tell you no, 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 no.
Exactly.
Whatever. So
Exactly.
that's the problem. But the thing is, Antonio Conte working with Harry Kane
Mm-hmm.
is like a dream move for him. Like it's going to be like it's a dream move for some players to be in a club or to work with certain managers. So there's
Mm,
no way that deal is Harry Kane is not leaving Tottenham. If Harry Kane leaves Tottenham, Conte is going to leave.
yeah.
Mm.
So there's no way we can dream about that. And
Yeah.
to me, they are actually Joe Louis, Antonio Conte, Harry Kane, and Daniel Levy.
Mm,
Those four figures combined
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
can win the league for Tottenham, and I can assure you that's what they're planning for. So
Yeah.
Chelsea needs to get their acts together. I don't know about all this wish. Well, anyway, we've just had a new owner, so we've got to allow them to settle down and breathe a
Mm-hmm.
bit. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
what I would ask Chelsea fans is when they make so much noise about a player, can
Mm-hmm.
that player help us to win the league next season? Because if our target is not to win the league next season, I mean, I wonder why we're calling ourselves a big club. If we finish third
Hmm.
and we don't want to go for first, then what are we doing really? So the thing is, any player we're bringing in, can they help us to win the league? I don't know, and I don't see that. What I'm trying to say is, I don't see that with any of these players in
The
Inter
ones on the
currently at
squad.
Inter. The ones that can actually add to us, they're actually a bit too old, and so I don't know. If they want to take Lukaku, let them take Lukaku. Let them not put us under pressure and conditions.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it?
we need some serious sorry, we need some serious planning. Some very very ingenious recruitments to win the title next season. Honestly,
Yeah.
because look how well Liverpool. Sorry to bring up Liverpool, bring up Liverpool again, Blue Eyes, but if you look at the way they've done things, let's be honest. Most of their signings have been successful, and
Yeah.
look how long it took them. I'm not saying it should take us that long, but it took a while of really really good work for them to be as good as they are now. It won't take us
Yeah.
as long, but we need to do some serious work, man. We need a lot of stuff. We can't. It won't be possible, even if we have all the right pieces. They will need time to, you know, get some chemistry with each other and build something. Something that can win a title.
Yeah.
That's why my dream, my ideal dream for this season is to I don't even care about the league right now. I know domination of the league is indication of a big club, like Abdul always advocates. But my dream, my ideal for this next season that we're going into, my target is semi-final Champions League,
Oh, you see. And
and
if you
leave
can win it, it's not that
and,
bad.
and leave it there. The reason why, when I mean semi-final and leave it there, because when we 9 times, I bet you, I've said this before, 6 times out of 10, if we get to the semi-finals of Champions League, we're going to get to the finals. And for me, in any organization or any kind of takeover, right, the first indication of success
Is
is what do you do with low hanging, I always say low hanging fruit, your quickest path to success. And I really believe that our quickest path to success,
is a
as
winning.
weird as this sounds, is that Champions League. Because if we can make mistake and win that thing again, then you can now inject that feeling of winning into the club and if you remember that time when we won Champions League last year, see that feeling. It was because of that feeling that we were so high that we went and bought Lukaku.
Yeah.
We were so high on whatever it was. We were smoking Champions League weed. And as soon as we were getting high on that Champions League weed, we went and bought Lukaku. We need to inject that energy right now into the club. And I feel like targeting the league is ideal, but I think that should be more of a long term. I'm not
Process.
saying we shouldn't compete for league, but in the process of competing for league, we should keep our eyes on, because that Champions League is where we produce magic the most.
Yeah.
So maybe if the acquisitions we need to make have to be, that finished product, experienced maestro that can come in and help us, give us some tricks. Because if you look at, like, I was just looking at Real Madrid again today, and that squad is old. That squad is old, but these are a bunch of
The
experienced
experienced team.
guys that know what to do at the right time.
Yeah. They don't need to play with, they just have to win.
Yeah, they don't need to play well. No, they just do the right things at the right time and finish
Yeah.
the game. So
I
imagine
agree.
that squad versus that Liverpool squad, how young that Liverpool squad looked. And still these guys ran them ragged, man.
Yeah. So let's go to the next one. Steve, I'm seeing the report now. According to Sky Sports, hold on. This was what I'm seeing. And Angelo Mangiante, is he kind of reliable? He works for Sky Italian. So he
Who's
said,
that?
according to Sky Italia, he said just in the race for Ousmane Dembele, Tuchel already wanted him last year. Lukaku, who could return to Inter now, will be sold permanently, not even loan.
Dembele's wrapped up, man. It's done, man.
So let's talk about him. Because according to Sky Italia now, Sky Italia is telling us down that Lukaku will be sold. It's not going to be like on loan. It will be sold permanently. Permanent sold. A permanent sale, not even loan. Permanent sale. Then, because Tuchel has been wanting Dembele since last year. So I think we'll go for Dembele. So let's talk about him. Abdul, I know you want to talk about him. So give me your talk on Ousmane.
Um, what can I say about Usman Dembele? I've said it all over the past. We're in
You
May
guys
now,
shouldn't
over the
jinx this
past
deal,
six, seven
man.
months.
You guys shouldn't jinx this deal, man. You guys are going to keep talking about Usman Dembele and he'll go to Arsenal.
Stop. Arsenal is never panic.
Keep talking about them. Keep talking about Dembele. No
Stop,
problem.
guys. Stop. I will do continue.
So the thing is, I've spoken about Usman Dembele before January, and I've saying, why don't Chelsea just go in straight away in January? Then there was no sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why don't we just go for this guy? We can
Mm-hmm.
get this guy for 20 million. Let's just go in for him in January.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're able to get him now for free, it means we're actually one of the, maybe that's a third lock, a third body's lock that is bringing, because I'm sure this guy can get an open check from PSG if he wants to.
Mm.
So, and I've said a lot of things about this guy. I've tried to convince people what I think about this guy. And I've got a lot of abuse back from people, especially Chelsea fans. And their go to reason is always injury prone. I don't know what that means. I mean, the guy hasn't lost a limb. I don't know, he just has a muscle problem. Athletes who are very quick and still growing experience this kind of problem. So I don't see where the issue is. So I think if he comes to Chelsea, he's gonna be like, well, that's just a Todd Bowley lock, really, because this guy, as a free agent,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea has no business being able to
And
snap
it
him up.
just clocked 25. He just
The
clocked
only the
25.
only negative thing I say about him, yeah, so that's a perfect age, as they say in football. The only negative thing I've said about this guy is after Blue Eyes has been able to, I had conversation with Blue Eyes, and I had to reassess players I called world class, and
Mm-hmm.
then now I'm using Blue Eyes templates. He's a top class. He's not world class because he has the traits.
You don't want to smoke
Yeah,
you. Relax.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
and
you,
I'm
Obi.
happy to
Thank you.
use I'm happy to use Blue Eyes template because that's the whole point of football discussion, isn't it? You keep learning every day.
Mm-hmm.
So my
Absolutely,
template
absolutely.
now is a top player is either top class or world class. I wouldn't rate Dembele as world class. It's very close though, but he's top class definitely. So that's the only negative I have to say about this kid. I dare anybody to convince me that this guy's a top class player based on just footballing reasons, not sentiments, not emotion. And if we can get this kind of player, then we don't really have to worry about the striking role
Hmm.
because this guy can do it all. You know, if we get this guy on the to play, for example, on the right, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
we get somebody like or Leroy Sane to play on the left, then who's in the middle doesn't really matter. So I hope we can get it. But fingers, as Blue Eye said, fingers crossed. I don't want to jinx it
Yeah.
because according to Chelsea fans, I mean, he already even he's signed. He's even bought a house in London.
Relax.
He's even
Easy. Relax. Relax. Relax.
he's even got a jersey number. So
Easy. Stop. Stop. Relax.
I don't want to jinx it. So, but I mean, Abdullah, you know my take on
I know. I know.
Usman Dembele.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of a kind, really.
Yeah. Eric, the Us, like my guy Ichich always call him the Us, Usmane Dembele.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say some more things before I comment. Okay. Yeah.
Where does it fit in? Where you
I
now because now if you bring
yeah.
in Dembele, you have to sell ZH, Timo Werner, or one of them have to go. One.
No, look, I already said before. I want Timo Werner out of this club. He needs to go. So if Lukaku also goes, then that's it. Everybody is fine. We don't need to sell anybody else. You know, honestly, yeah. We have the Us on the right. We have Ziyech on the right. Pulisic on the left, and then maybe we can sign one more player on the left, and that's it. And then whoever's supposed to play up front, maybe Havertz, maybe a different kind of player. I don't know. Maybe somebody with a different profile, not the target man that we always go for,
Mm-hmm.
can play up front. Or if it's Lewandowski, that would be fantastic. I mean, Lewandowski can do everything. So I was one of those people, by the way. I was one of those detractors because for me, I was thinking he has, Dembele has all of the talents in the. I mean, he's so talented. He has all the talents in the world, but for some reason, he's just not able to get a run. I know he's had a good run recently, so I'm not talking about recently, but for a long time he's been injured so much.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was. We saw how good he was on that Tuchel at Dortmund.
And Dortmund,
You
yeah.
know, Tuchel more or less discovered this guy, and brought him out and made people start talking about him. But since then, he hasn't really been able to have that consistency.
Yeah.
And when Abdul mentioned he can do everything, I agree. He can do everything. And when you have a player with a certain profile, sometimes you don't need to have this out and out goal scorer. He'll just create the chances and then it's probably a tap in at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Not that we're expecting him to go get the goals himself, but he can also score. So I think he has a lot going for him. He's not world class. I agree with Abdul. He's not world class at all, but he has that talent and he has the potential. If he can just stay fit in a very tough league physically, I mean, we have a very special player there. I mean, we have the next, I don't know, I don't want to name any names, but if we sign him and he can stay fit, that's my only concern. He just needs to be available and ready to play and build some kind of momentum.
Momentum. Yeah.
And once that happens, that's it. Like, I mean, we that is a title contending team we have with him there, honestly. So I was a detractor initially, mainly because of his injury record. But if we're going to sign him, I'm happy now. Like, let's do it. I'm on board. This is what Tuchel wants. Let's go, and hopefully he stays fit, and hopefully we can see the best of him at Chelsea.
Fair enough. La Coba, the Usman Dembele.
Yeah,
Usman Dembele.
yeah. Uh again, for relax. The news are relax. For me, it's just like I really want him to hit the ground running for his sake and for my mental health. Because if Chelsea sign another black guy who flops, my narratives is looking on an all-time low. I just pray to God that we sign a player who can hit the ground running. My only concern is that his injury record.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even though people can say, "Oh, he's not been injured," but it's like telling me that a tiger, just because a tiger hasn't attacked someone, isn't doesn't mean that it's not capable of attacking someone. That's how I put it, fam. Um, Again, I just need this guy fit, and when he's fit, I think he can do something. But again, can he adapt to the Premier League because it's quite physical, and with his injury record, it might be a mismatch. It really could. It really could kill this guy's career if it goes wrong. But it's a good signing. I just hope that he hits the ground running. I hope it gels. I hope it works out. From what I'm seeing, is Usman a goal scorer?
It's more of a creative player. It's more of a creator.
Okay, so then I think then we're bringing in a striker to complement him because if we're going to insist that Kai Havertz plays as a nine, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him scoring volumes of goals, then and the wingers would have to primarily score the goals. Or Thomas Tuchel is looking at it as, well, I've got a very capable squad of pretty much everyone in the forward line can score goals. Everyone in defense, wing, apart from Jorginho, could probably or Kante ish and Kovacic ish. Pretty much everyone in the squad could pretty much score, a
Mm-hmm.
handful of goals. So maybe Thomas Tuchel is going that route with the sharing of the wealth
Mm-hmm.
system, or he's going with the Liverpool system, as in the two wingers are your two main goal scorers. But we'll wait and see. But this is a good signing. I just need another. I need another winger. Maybe a Gnabry. I'm hearing. It might be available.
The West Ham might be available. It depends.
Leroy Sané might. You know what? I actually like Leroy. I always thought that he came to the Premier League a bit early than he should have, and then he got that nasty injury, and then it just sidelined him. So for me, if we can get another winger and a striker, and a creative player, and someone in the midfield, maybe a Declan Rice, or I think it might be a Declan Rice.
That will be maybe possible next year though. Because next year we'll have like 1 or 2 young years in his contract. It will be feasible for us to buy then.
Yeah, because I think Trameni.
It's already. We might go for Bissouma of Brighton over Album.
But is Bissouma really? Because is Bissouma really a CDM?
It's more of a box to box.
Yeah, but we already have a box to box. So I don't know. Again, this is the Thomas Tuchel. I don't know about Thomas Tuchel's system. I don't know how this is going to go. Maybe he's going to stick to. Maybe he wants 2 box to box. One stays, one goes up, other stays, goes up, and just keeps that energy intense energy. But again, if this is Thomas Tuchel signing, if he wants him, it's all down on him. Get him. I don't want any excuses. I don't want anyone to go, well, it's not his signing. He never wanted. No, this is your signing. Boom.
Make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. No excuses.
I agree. Steve, Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, I'd be happy with it, but I just hope he stays fit and don't stay up late every night playing games.
Steve is married now. He's married. Relax. He's married now. So he'll be more. Blue eyes, meet your mic. He's married now, so he'll be able to concentrate more. He's married. He's a married man, so he'll be able to. He will respect himself. He will respect him. Respectively, he will respect himself. He's married.
Yeah, it'd be a good signing, I think. And Tuchel wants him, so let's see what he does.
Blue eyes, Ousmane Dembele.
I really don't think this deal is gonna happen. If it does, I'll be really impressed. I really don't think, with the way people are talking about this Dembele deal, man. But if it does happen, hey man, I'm curious to see how a dribbling.
Who does go? Who goes? Ziyech or Timo Werner? One have to go. One have to leave.
It's not even that. Like, I'm trying to figure out how this guy is going to fit. He's a dribbling guy.
He can play on the left wing, he can play on the right wing.
He's a dribble merchant, and we know what tell me who is a dribble merchant left right now in the EPL. Can somebody please mention one?
Left. Sterling.
Sterling is not. Is he Sterling a dribbler? Wow, that's a new profile.
He is. I can name like 5. There are a few actually.
Like dribble merchants that survive only on dribbling. Okay, name them. I'm curious.
Well, I don't know about survive on dribbling, but
no, but like, because if you survive on dribbling, it means dribbling is your thing. That's how you get by.
Oh, then Sterling.
Really?
Sterling.
Wow.
Because it's like, how does Sterling play? Dribbling. That's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about how Sterling plays.
Hey man, I'm learning. Sterling is my guy. I'm learning something new today that I never knew. I never thought he had a dribble thing in him.
Sterling.
Please, Chelsea, bring Sterling.
I know I'm a Sterling. I just I never paid attention. Maybe it's
Sterling,
true, man.
Zaha, Olise. I know. I think we have.
No, Olise is not a dribbler. Well, like
Olise
what I mean,
Olise,
Zaha, Raheem Sterling.
like a dribbler. Like guys, a dribbler. You know the last dribbler I think that was in the EPL.
Zad.
Thank you, my brother. Because even this kid that came from Division 1 to West Ham, who survived on dribbling last. No, the Algerian. What's his name?
Said Berama.
Berama.
He came in. People were calling him the young JJ Okocha. That's what people were calling. I remember when that time Frank Lampard just came from Derby. They were saying, go get the young JJ Okocha. As soon as this guy came to the EPL, that dribbling is gone.
So,
So
that-
all
this
I'm
is
saying
what-
is,
this
all
what
I'm saying is simple, because Dembele is a dribble merchant, which we need. But if he comes into the Premier League where we always set up with low blocks, is it going to frustrate him? I'm not trying to be negative here.
Yeah.
And how?
No,
and
it
if
can
it
work.
does,
This is what, guy. This is what Steve Stanton.
and if it frustrates him, how does he go around it? That's all. That's all I wanted
No,
to know.
because it can work, because
Mm.
there were games where we were struggling, and then Hazard would just go, you know what, let me just take the ball here, boom,
And dribble,
slash
exactly.
into and dribble his way.
Exactly.
One of his famous goals was against West Ham,
West Ham.
when he
Yeah.
just beats
Woo.
1, 2, 3 in
Woo.
3 seconds and slots
I'm
it in.
telling
I
you.
was like, oh my god.
What about Arsenal Boxing Day?
Ooh, that's goal of that Arsenal goal is one of the goals of the
That
Premier
boxing,
League.
I
era.
call it the Boxing Day massacre.
Goodness.
Hey.
I watched that goal live. That was fantastic.
something else.
I missed the goal. I
Guys,
actually
You
missed the
thought, you
match.
thought
guys,
Corcoran to this
I
name,
think-
like, like this name you call Corcoran, Frank Corcoran, Corcoran or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Coquelin.
It turned
Coquelin.
into Suya. Oh my God.
that is people were bouncing off Hazard, like
spun him around.
spun him around, man.
I can't believe I missed that game because I
think-
had to attend the event. But I came back, someone was like,
Wow.
"Oh, Hazard
What
scored
that-
this a crazy goal." I was like, "What?" Let me
Do
see.
you know that
From the
I love
halfway
oh my
line.
goodness.
From the
I love the
halfway
finish
line,
as
man.
well. The finish was like a scuffed finish, but
Of course.
it was perfect. It was the exact finish that was required.
For that
Yeah,
move,
but if
absolutely.
the finisher was elite, I don't
Yeah.
think anyone
Yeah.
would ever talk about any other goal, because this one
No.
was the way he spun to Coquelin today. He's still spinning today, you know. The light bill is running up because we're still putting the lights up at Stamford Bridge for this guy, man. Arsenal, collect this guy, man.
I know.
Abdul wanted to say something. Abdul wanted to say something before Blue Eyes continue.
Abdullah, you there?
Abdul, you there? Abdul, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I think sometimes we make mistakes comparing pacey, fast players with dribblers. Dribbling is quite different.
Mm.
Dribbling, you don't have to even have the pace.
Mm.
You can even dribble from a stand. So I think I wouldn't rate somebody like Raheem Sterling as a dribbler.
Yeah, I didn't
As-
see that in
I
him.
mean,
Likewise,
we all
I don't
have
see
the best
that in
example,
him.
Eden Hazard.
Yeah,
Eden Hazard is a dribbler.
yeah.
We don't really call Eden Hazard. You can tell Eden Hazard. It's not really about the pace with him. It's just the skills.
Exact
Pure
craft.
skills.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know
So
who else is a dribbler? Neymar.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
in
Neymar
Was
is
a
a
Neymar-
dribbler.
yeah, but you see my question now is resounding. Actually, if you think about it, if I tell you to name 5 dribblers left in the EPL today, you will have to think hard.
Yeah, Zaha, a little bit of Olise.
Even Zaha will only dribble
No.
when push comes to shove. Zaha has he's benched that dribbling thing. Now with Zaha is all about positioning, finding the right position. Like all I'm saying is most dribblers
What are we going
have
to call that? Saint
Who?
Maximin.
Oh, Alex Saint-Maximin, yeah, of Newcastle.
Yeah, he's another one.
Okay,
But-
yeah, he's another one too. Yeah. He's bordering. Well, that's
Yeah.
why I want him. That's why I want him on my team. But again, all I'm trying to say is dribblers in 9 times out of 10, like Obam, this is for you. 9 times out of 10, I find that dribblers, when they come to the EPL, they have to reinvent themselves one way or the other. And in the process of reinventing themselves, some of them get lost in translation and some of them get better. So if we're going to go ahead and get Dembele, I'm not saying Dembele is primarily a dribbler, but he gets by. Like if he tries to do what he wants to do and it doesn't work, then he'll beat you.
No,
Mhm.
Sorry?
Dembele is a dribbler.
Okay, there you go.
Dembele
So
is a dribbler.
exactly. And EPL defenders, they don't come at you to dribble them. They wait for you to come and arrive. That's the difference between EPL defenders and a lot of defenders in the rest of the world, in the rest of the leagues. EPL defenders wait for you. When you're done, come and meet me. They don't just come and commit so that you dribble them. It's hard. So if this deal happens, as long as you can
come in.
Sorry?
This is where Hazard's craft.
exactly.
Like over the few years. Because if you watch him in
Exactly.
his first season, he saw the potential, but he saw the mistakes.
Exactly.
Second season, he improved. The third season, my God in heaven. And then by the time 2016-17 happened,
Yeah.
You just made me worried, guys. I'm sorry, because I just remember that Hazard. What are the what is the other thing that you have with the dribblers, the people who are the best at dribbling? What is the common thing that happens to them?
They
But
get
lose the
injured.
ball. They lose the ball
ball
a lot.
control.
They get injured.
They get fouled.
Yeah.
They get fouled.
Exactly. Exactly. They get fouled, and that's a good thing.
No, it's a good thing, but it's bad
Why?
for somebody who is injury prone. You know,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I didn't see
Yeah.
it that way. Sorry. Yeah. There you go. I didn't even look at it that. So this is now we're planting. Now what I did was now we're all of us are planting seeds just to to look at envision what the big picture could be with Dembele, and I believe Dembele has the ball IQ to reinvent his game, because 9 times out of 10, guys, prove me wrong. Most of these guys, when they come into the EPL, I know it's sounding as if I'm all about EPL, but when they come into the EPL, their games change. Their games always change. Like, there has to be a shift. You can't really be that original Dembele from what you're doing now. You think you can come and do that in the EPL? No defender is going to let you come at them like that, man.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's a good thing.
Sorry?
That's a good thing. You have to change.
You do. Absolutely. You do. You have to change.
Because in the Bundesliga, these guys will give you a day, 3 days. They'll give you 5 days and some working days as well.
With a nice high line. With a nice high line.
But in EPL, that one they do for EPL.
No,
EPL.
high line? What? You're only going to get... There's only one high line in the EPL,
Liverpool.
ladies and gentlemen.
Liverpool.
Imagine, there's only one recognized high line in the EPL.
You could say City.
Yeah, but City's high line is a trap, right? Like Liverpool's high line, if you breach them, you can score.
Yeah.
But Liverpool's high line is they want to suck you in.
And the rest of it are pack the bus.
The rest are bus parks. The EPL is filled with bus stations, man. There's bus
This is
stations.
why you dribbler.
Exactly. No, you do. But the thing is, I find dribblers get frustrated with low blocks. Unless, like you said, unless you're Eden Hazard, who takes the fight to the middle of the park. Eden Hazard will actually take the ball into the den. Sorry?
Blue Eyes, I think you can get dribblers. You just need better players around them. Because if a dribbler can beat 1 or 2 players and then lay it off to someone into space, and that person can lay him back to the dribbler again into another space.
Yeah.
That could work. What you're talking about is that he's dribbling and then he's beating 1 or 2 players and there's no one there in the box to arrive.
No, actually, there wouldn't. No, actually, I'm close. But what I'm actually insinuating, which is probably far-fetched, is the fact that he's coming to dribble, but there's nobody to dribble. The EPL defenders don't give you a chance to dribble them. They rather wait for you, do whatever you got to do, come back, we got you. Come home, we got you. That's the way EPL defenders play.
That's why.
Sorry? Yeah, go ahead.
Eric is laughing. EPL, Eric, as you've confirmed,
I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Sorry, Abdul, go ahead. Abdul, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the EPL, as you've confirmed, is made up of low block teams.
Yeah.
Especially when the middle table are playing against the top teams.
Exactly.
So that is exactly why you need dribblers, because the easiest way to break down those low blocks is if you have a dribbler, because when they dribble, you either foul them or they go through you. So
yeah, but the problem, Abdul,
you're going to be at a disadvantage.
But that's what I'm saying.
Another thing, let me just mention this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another thing that makes Dembele's dribbling dangerous is there's pace added to it. So it's not just like he dribbles and is there for you to kick. He's gone.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that's what makes his
thing is,
dribbling.
But who is the last person that has dribbled through low blocks in past 2 seasons in the EPL? Let's name one.
Nobody. There's nobody.
Let's name one. That's what I'm trying to say. So
Blue Eyes,
when there's nobody to, the problem is you can be the best dribbler. when people come to attack, when people come
Yeah.
to defend. But when people don't come to
Mhm.
defend and sit in the 18 waiting for you, it can be frustrating.
I think,
Do you
Blue, this
know-
is where this is
where you
where
need movement. This is where you need a system.
exactly. I
Right?
think, Blue, this is where
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Blue,
You need
I think
players,
this is
you need
where
players.
listen,
player-
a low block, guys. Just in case you guys have forgotten what a low block is. A low block is move your system anyhow you want, but stay in front. Stay in front of us. We want to see whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
That
I
is the
think I have-
philosophy of a low block.
This is
I have
where
the
Frank
response
Lampard would
for.
have came in handy, man. He
I
would
I have
just
the,
Well
I have the
said,
answer
well
for,
said.
for Blue Eyes. I have the answer.
Please.
But before you before I mention it, as we were talking, I was just remembering our best dribbler in our team.
Who?
And that's why I love him so much.
Who?
CP.
Mateo Kovacic.
I beg to- Exactly. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for bringing it up. You do, my brother. You're paying attention, Eric. I should have used Mateo Kovacic as an example long time ago. Yes,
Yeah.
because the reason Mateo Kovacic dribbles is because when you press at him, he will anti-press. If you don't press at him, he will be on the bench.
Yeah, but Blue Eyes,
that's what
I've
we were
always
saying.
had this notion.
Yeah.
If I can just quickly,
Yeah.
isn't there like two types of dribblers? There's ball carriers and
Yeah.
attacking dribblers.
Mhm.
And I
Yes,
think Kovacic is a ball carrier.
ball carrier is not a dribbler, it's a
He's
ball
not
carrier.
a direct
No, but-
dribbler. But that's
Yeah,
for me.
that's true. But no, that's a good point. But it's also in the dribbling department because
Yeah.
when people come at him, he's able to dribble his way out. So and then people call it the technical term, calling it he has the anti-press quality. However, if you notice when teams don't press Kovacic, which is normally a coach's instruction, you notice
Yeah.
Kovacic is useless because Kovacic he's not a
He
pass.
works with the press. When you press him, that's best of Kovacic.
Kovacic is not a pass first defender. He's an anti-press first, if that's a term. He's anti-press. If there's no press, Kovacic doesn't activate. See,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
Blue Eyes,
problem.
This is where we need
Yeah.
guys in the midfield who can score from long range.
That's why I
Imagine
said,
you play-
Lakoba. That's why I said, if you bring in Dembele, player like Kai Havertz and Mason Mount have to step up their game. Because now, if Dembele dribble one player, two player, he will lay it off to the midfielder like, yeah, you shoot or do whatever you want to do with it. That is where Mason is gonna be the pivotal in this everything we're saying now. Mason Mount is gonna be the pivotal because when Dembele beats one or two players, the next person is gonna look at is where's Mason Mount, where's Kai Havertz, or where's my people beside me? Where are they? So
No,
if you
there's
can
also
beat
going
that one-
to be but there's also going to be situations when he beats one or two people and that he has to score.
exactly. That's true.
So it's not about looking for the Mason Mounts and all these things.
Yeah.
You can beat your one or two, three people, but at the end of the day, score. Can you score? Can you cross? Can you provide a point cross?
This is
He's-
why I love Hazard so much because if you look at his
Hazard.
goals, all of
Yeah.
them were technically quality.
Of course.
It wasn't like Mo Salah when he just
No.
No, these are quality goals.
When people say Mo Salah is a better footballer than Hazard, I just
Yes.
think to myself, like, what are you? Do you understand the
They're
sport?
just haters, man, because they don't
Anyway.
watch football. They look
No. But Mo Salah works harder though, in terms of hard
Yeah, he
work.
does for
So
sure.
Blue Eyes, this is
Yeah.
so. Who do we replace now? ZH or Timo Werner? Who do you when you bring in Dembele? Someone else to go.
No, Dembele. Listen, for me, Dembele is better than Mount. He's better than Havertz. He's better than Werner. He's better than Pulisic. He's better than Hakim. He's better than. He's basically better than our attacking force. I'll be very honest with you. But the problem is again, profile of the team. Is he the profile, right? And if he is, how does he sustain? And if he can sustain, how does he maintain?
He will maintain like plantain. You just need to put it in the fire.
Oh, guy, maybe you came yesterday.
This is a big show.
I'm calling from the motherland.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
man.
you're in
You did
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Correct.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice,
When
man.
Nigeria, Ikeja, Ikoyi, where?
everywhere.
You guys, you're right, man. You're right.
Sorry?
You're right with You're right that Usman is the better player, but
Yeah.
my thing is, Pulisic was a better player than Mount. Mount has performed better than Pulisic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz is a better player than Mount.
Yeah.
Mount has performed better than Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Lukaku is a much better player than Mount.
Yeah. No,
So for me, it's
Jacob,
like,
yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
he needs to perform.
He does.
All
Yeah,
of this, like, yeah, he's the better player on paper.
exactly.
But if I'm seeing him, miss chances, can't dribble, get injured, tie his shoelace, after when he's trying to press like Lukaku does, then it's all pointless.
Well,
Because-
just give me Sterling on the left and Dembele on the right. Oh my goodness, we can do a lot.
no.
No.
Give me
Sterling is
Sterling-
good on the
give-
on the right, Dembele on the left.
No,
Sterling is good on the right.
no, you guys are forgotten. Give me
Sterling on the left.
Sterling on the left. Give me Saint Maximin on the right.
What?
And then I'm just thinking about who the striker will be, man. I'm telling you.
Joe, give me Lewandowski, Usman,
Lewandowski.
and try and get, if you can, kidnap Modric. Then I can live. If you can
Modric.
kidnap Modric,
How old is Modric, guys?
I don't give a damn. Did you see that pass?
I
So
know.
No,
Rodrigo
he's
against us.
25. Modric is 25.
He's 37. He'll be 37.
No, he's not 37.
Abdullahi, man. On paper, he's 37.
Wow.
Modric is
In football terms, he's
unbelievable, man.
25.
So
The guy is
yeah,
crazy.
So
That pass is disgusting. My God.
fair enough, bro. So let me just Cruz, Ousmane Dembele.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Cruz! What's
Big
up?
up,
What's
big
going
up.
on, my
How you
guys? What's
doing,
going on?
Good, man. We're
Debut-
good. How you
debut
doing?
Cruz.
Firstly, take over. How happy? Then Romelu Lukaku, then Dembele.
Sorry, say that again.
Take over. How happy you are? Then Romelu Lukaku, then Ousmane Dembele.
Well, Lukaku, I said it from a while ago. I'm happy if he can go to Inter. Let them take him. If we have to take a loss, if we have to give it them players plus cash, we just need to get him off the books. With Dembele, I'm not sure. I'm just listening to everyone saying. I agree in parts. I'm not necessarily sold on getting him because of his injury record. But does anybody know what type of injuries he was getting? Is it contact injuries? Is it sprains?
No.
Is it?
I think based on what I heard in Barcelona when he was injured because sometimes Barcelona manager complained about him being on lack of focus. Dembele can play video game from morning to night. He doesn't concentrate. Yeah, that's the better for you. But I think ever since he get married, he's been a matured man. When we did it, was it this year or last? I'm not sure. He get married, and since then we have seen. This is the best Dembele I've ever seen, ever since for Barcelona. He's been matured. He's become an adult, and he's been playing actual football. Xavi Hernandez was like, he's surprised Dembele can play like this. Ever since he came to the club, he's the most like adult player he ever seen. That he's very well. He knows what he's doing. Unlike when the first time playing video games, coming late to training, but he said it comes very early. He's always prepared. He's ready. And when match starts, Dembele showed up.
Dembele was like Pulisic, you know how Pulisic gets injured.
So the same
Yes.
muscular
He's
injury.
warming up, he gets injured. He's jogging, he gets injured.
Yeah. That worries me. That worries me because in the Premier League, he's going to get a lot of contact, and if he's just getting injured through warm-ups, then I'm worried.
I mean that was before though. That's not recent. That was before. I think that was before last season.
But ever since Xavi Hernandez came in, Dembele has become the way you play football is even changed. Yeah, because there's always contact in La Liga. Maybe not much like in the EPL, but there's always contact there where they're gonna foul him, you're gonna play on, just keep playing. But he's becoming more mature than adult player when he plays football.
No, he's a quality player. I think he improves. I think Blue Eye said it. Somebody said he would be our best attacking player in terms of talent. He's probably be our best attacking player. If he can stay fit, then why not? But it all depends on what system we play next year. Where do you actually put him? I
He
mentioned
can play on the left, he can play on the right.
yeah, but if we have wing backs, can he play as a 10? That's why I asked the question. Can he play as a 10?
I think so. I think in Dortmund, because in Dortmund, Tuchel played in a variety of system in Dortmund. In Borussia Dortmund, Tuchel played him as a number 10. He played him as beside the striker. He played him on the left. He played him on the right. So in Dortmund, Tuchel literally played him in a different system. He didn't play him in one place. He played him on a different system. So it depends on how Tuchel wants to use Ousmane Dembele in this team now. That's why I'm asking. Who do we want to sell?
How much would he cost?
Is it free?
Oh, then this is a no-brainer then.
He's a free
Yeah, but his
agent.
wages.
He's a free agent.
Yeah, but his
Because
wages. Are like,
Cruz, I'm looking at it that if Dembele comes in, Ziyech or Timo Werner, who goes? One of them have to go.
I'd get rid of both, but if one had to go, Ziyech, definitely.
You'd keep Werner.
Timo Werner.
Over Ziyech, without a doubt, every day of the week.
Are you serious?
Have you seen this guy's finishing?
What? Oh no, come on, man. Come on, Werner
Me
can't
too,
even control the ball.
I'll keep Timo, man.
No,
Who's been
Over Z, I'll keep Timo over Ziyech.
at least Ziyech can pass the ball.
So all we need to ask is,
and he can control
I
it.
agree with you guys, but just ask this one question: at both of their times at the club, who's had more of an impact?
Well, who's played more?
Exactly.
No, but
for me,
who's been more effective?
Exactly, who's been more effective? Who's
Timo.
Exactly,
No,
exactly.
No.
Both of
He hasn't
them
been
both.
effective, man. No way. Ziyech has been better. In their first season, Ziyech was better than Werner. For the games that he played, he was better. He had more impact.
What?
You know, Werner
Which
plays
impact?
every game. Werner plays every game, and he's. We can't do that. Like, no, that's not a good comparison. Like, you can't use someone who plays every game and then say he was better because he had more. You know, he had.
But
more
why was Ziyech not playing? Because he wasn't good enough.
Injured. No, he's injured.
I mean, he was mostly injured, to be honest.
And you need a back four to play Ziyech.
Yeah.
No, we can't compare. No, because I'm sorry. No.
He can't play in the
Werner
free.
is not good enough, man. He's not good enough.
Listen, if you can't do the basic requirement of the EPL, which is what? Run, then you don't belong in the EPL. Ziyech doesn't do any of that.
Yeah, but not Emmy, Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Timo can run. That's
Yes.
not a problem.
Yes.
It's when we give you the ball.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem.
No.
And
Let's
football,
ask. Ask what's Timo's best asset? What's he best at doing?
just running.
Stretching the back line.
No, they're called DRs.
Deceptive run.
Yeah,
Decoy run,
or
decoy
dummy run. Yeah, decoy, deceptive, or dummy run.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, he's a runner. Nice. We have a runner in our team. Fantastic.
So
he is.
Blue Eyes, I spent 50 million on a guy just to run and stretch.
So I spent 30 million for a guy to stand around and look for a majestic pass. that
Yes,
he makes once in 10 games.
Thank you.
And
No, help me out.
It's not this one guy running and missing chances. Oh my god.
No, but when he's running, other people are running in towards like he opens up channels. I know you guys hate that phrase, opening up channels, but when Timo runs, and the reason I'm defending Timo is because you're comparing him to Ziyech. I'm with Cruz. If the two of them can go, I'm good, including Pulisic in that deal.
No, I'm with you with it too.
He had to drop Pulisic.
Of course.
He couldn't leave him. He couldn't leave him out. Leave Pulisic.
It's just I don't see how. I mean, Timo doesn't want to be here. So for me, it's like, no, then.
So Eric, what do you see in Ziyech? What has he done since he's been here that you think next year he could? I'm confused.
I'm in a similar position with Blue Eyes. It's because you're comparing him with Timo. Like, nobody can convince me that Werner is better than Ziyech. No way. If Ziyech played the number of games Werner has played, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We wouldn't even be talking about them, because Ziyech can actually play football. You know, just to put it very bluntly and to break it down, just bring it down to the very lowest point. You know, the basics. Blue Eyes mentioned basics. I mean, does Werner do the basics of football? I don't think so.
I think this is two opposite ends though, because Werner runs past people, which is really basic, but doesn't have the end product. But Ziyech can't do the basic, which is in the Premier League on a wide area. You have to be able to run. He can't run. He comes back on his left and then looking for a Hollywood pass. He can't go past the fullback.
Okay, so fair enough. He probably doesn't have the speed to be out wide. For me, I thought he was best in the middle. I thought we would see
Even
Ziyech.
worse. He's not competitive. He's not a hard worker. Why would you put him in the middle? He's going to lose the ball every time. He can't. Ball retention is terrible.
Yeah, but so is Timo. So
I mean,
you're really just comparing.
No, but at least
bad
Timo
players
can
to
run.
bad
At least
players.
Timo can stretch the back four, run on. Did you not see him in big games last season? He was
Yeah, but-
stretching back fours, running onto
Last
balls.
season he was all right. He was better last season. This season, I don't know what's. I mean, to be fair, he's barely played this season, Werner, but still, he's just too limited, man. He can't. He's too limited. He's too limited. He can't dribble. He can't move the ball. You know, he can run okay, but then nobody. I noticed people didn't even follow his runs anymore, because when he runs, what's he gonna do? Where's he gonna pass the ball?
I'll put it this way: who's more creative? Like, if you had there's 20 minutes to go, who would you rather bring off the bench?
Say whatever I
change
want
the game.
about Ziyech, but Ziyech actually looks up. He puts his head up and he looks for people making runs, and he passes the ball. He can pass the ball to them. Werner does the same thing over and over again. He watches you, he stands you up, and then he takes the ball to the byline and tries to whip it in like a winger. He does it every time, and it becomes like I've never seen Werner's caught inside at Chelsea maybe like 5 times in his whole time at Chelsea. And he knows he can't do it because the first time he tried it, I think it was against Liverpool. Fabinho just took the ball.
Yeah.
Like, nope. Because he can't dribble. He can't do it. So he doesn't cut inside. He just runs to the byline, whips the ball in to nobody, and then he runs. And people want to congratulate him because he's showing effort and he can run fast. I mean, it's not enough, man. You need quality. And Ziyech can produce that. If Ziyech played more with Lukaku, maybe we would have seen more goals from Lukaku. You know? So I don't really. I think Ziyech can do more. He has more to offer than Werner.
The only way Ziyech can do more, Ziyech has to be able, first of all, be able to convince the coach that he can play.
Yeah.
So does
He has to. Yeah, exact same as Timo. Remember, these two of them are in the same pod, if you ask me. But at least with Timo runs around, but at least to for some reason there's rhyme to his reason. A little bit of rhyme to his reason if the rest of the guys pick on. But Ziyech is too predictable. If he gets the ball, he has to shift it to his left leg. Like if I were a defender, Ziyech is my ideal attacker.
Yeah.
My ideal attacker, man. Because if you cover his right leg, you know the ball has to go to his left. If you cover his left, he's useless.
He's useless. He's one leg dimensional.
He's a one-leg wonder player. So in terms of predictability, he's too predictable. And that is why when he gets that one chance, like Cruz said, to make that magical pass, it's normally magic because that's the only way he can get out of that rut.
But okay, bro, let's put it this way. Don't you think, okay, having players like Dembele training together with both Timo Werner and Ziyech, together train, and they play together on a consistent level, that could change because now Timo knows I have someone who can actually dribble. I can be like, okay, and because he has the movement, Timo Werner has that movement. Maybe if players like Dembele can come in and improve the way they kind of play football, we could see more better Timo Werner and more better Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah, but Abdullahi, how does that improve his finishing?
That's why the problem.
So I'm just going to pull my hair out more.
Ziyech can score goals, by the way.
Oh,
Timo can't.
yeah, true.
Who has more goals? Who has more? You know what? I wish somebody.
Werner has more goals than Ziyech.
Well, exactly. Of course, Werner has more.
Hold on. And who has more? Who has more playings? No, who has more playing time last season? I'm curious.
Werner played every game.
Yeah, but
Werner played every
He
game.
didn't play every game. Come on.
He played like 90% of the games, man.
Come on. No.
Of course he did.
No, I'm curious. I wish somebody can check. Can check.
Under Lampard, look how many games Werner played.
No, I'm just talking last season. Just last season under Tuchel. I'm
Check
curious
it.
to know what the difference in Werner's appearances versus Ziyech appearances. Then I'll tell you. In terms
you mean last season? Oh,
yeah, like last season.
League. I'm talking about the Champions League run. Oh,
no, he
okay,
played more than Ziyech played more than Werner played more than Ziyech. Werner was one of our most played players.
How? Werner was on Werner that dropped bench for how long?
Check the stats. Check it.
I think it was this season you're talking about, Blue Eyes, because this season was.
I'm talking about this past season that we just finished.
This one.
Yes.
No, but we know that.
he played 20 games.
After Lukaku was bought, he was on the bench most of the season.
So that's why I said I want to know this past season where we finished there. Who has played more, Ziyech or
Werner still probably played more. To be honest,
I think Werner.
I'm curious. Somebody please check, and then if we look at that number. Who has more appearances? Then we can look at production. Who has?
I think Timo Werner played more.
Because you guys, your argument is Werner scored because he played more. But I want to know by how many games.
I mean, how many goals? Can you remember the goals Werner scored this season?
I do. I remember the goal. It was towards the end of the season that he had some really big games.
He scored against Southampton.
He scored 11 goals. Yeah. How many goals does Ziyech score? What about Ziyech?
I'm checking it now.
Okay.
I'm checking it now.
And then if we can check appearances, please.
Yeah, 36 appearances. No, 37 for Timo.
Yeah.
Wow.
And for Hakim, if this
can't remember most of those goals for Werner, to be honest.
8 goals for Hakim and
nice.
6 assists.
How many appearances?
44.
Excuse me? Can you
People just
No, hold
arguing
on.
for arguing sake.
Hold on.
Just
Hold on.
arguing for arguing sake.
All right.
And
okay,
I'm not a stats guy. You guys know I'm not a stats guy. I'm
But
all
that's
about
this season, right? That's this season. It's not last.
listen, I'm not a stats guy. You guys know that.
Okay.
I'm all about the eye test.
Okay.
Thank you, Lakobam. Thank you very much, my brother.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm not. Listen, you're telling me to choose between two lame ducks. So excuse my language. I'm not backing anybody here, but the argument is to Ziyech versus Timo. Timo, it's a night heads and shoulders. And let's actually talk about goal. What is it? Goal contributions.
Here we
forget
go.
about goals.
Goal contributions,
which means what? Assists and goals.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Werner is better.
Well, he's had better outputs. That's fair. But I think we already established
with less time than
no,
Ziyech.
it's not less. No. It's less. It's less. The last season that just passed, but not.
That's what I'm saying. The less exactly in a
If
season
you look
where
at since they came to since they both signed for Chelsea, look at the overall thing. Like it's not even. You can't even compare them. You're just
if you want to look at overall thing, then that one thing that Timo Werner did in the Champions League trumps anything that Ziyech will do for us.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
How
what Werner did in that final is overrated, man. People talk about it too much. Honestly,
what he did against Real Madrid,
yeah, it's overrated. Like
what he did against Real Madrid in the semi-finals is overrated.
People overstate
the way he opened up the running lanes for Kai Havertz and Mount.
No.
Let's be
come
real.
on, guys.
In that final, how many chances did he miss?
But if we're saying that he done nothing, what the hell has Ziyech done? What the hell did Ziyech do?
No. I didn't say he did nothing.
We've said they're both crap.
Both of them are crap.
Don't mind them, Cruz. Don't mind them.
No, because I like you said, I don't want to compare Ziyech to Werner. I honestly, it's like comparing. What do you say, potato and French fries? For me, it's for me. I'm not interested. But come on, Ziyech, what has he done? If you're saying
Ziyech scored, okay, so he scored against Atletico. I know it was Werner's assist.
Oh my
for
God.
that one. He scored. Yeah, he did score against Atletico. I think that was the 1-0 in the home game.
Scored against Man City in the semi-final.
Scored against Man City. Scored against. No, I can't mention that one. I mean, he's barely
both of
played
them
though.
both of them, Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner are potato. Both of them, potato. Problem with Ziyech is one-legged foot. If you take Ziyech away from his left footer, Ziyech has 2 foot, but he doesn't know how to use the second foot. He needs to learn about that.
So can I just ask a question about this whole right foot thing? Because for me, most right-sided players, they're left-footed, right? They predominantly use their left foot.
If you're right footer,
look at
strong leg should be right.
Look at Mo Salah, for example.
Is Trent left foot?
No, right foot.
No, it's right footed. So, okay, for example, Mo Salah, how does he get his goals?
He's a left
Yes,
footer.
we know he can use his right foot, but most of his goals come from his left.
Yeah.
You know, he dribbles, he finds the way he maneuvers, and he ends up with his left foot. So let's not act as if that's some kind of problem. Oh, Ziyech always uses his left foot, or
but it's a problem. It's a problem when he can't go the other way. If you look at just look at the final just gone. Salah was able to bring the ball down on his left foot, spin Ferland Mendy, and get a good shot off with his right foot. Ziyech could not do that movement.
He can't do that
at all.
Exactly. Cruz, that's exactly it. You want to bring in Salah into this discussion. Listen, Salah can run with the ball and dribble you. When push comes to shove, he will run with the ball and dribble you. So it makes him unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do. You understand? Because when you're running with the ball, right, the ball is in the middle of both legs. So either leg can activate. That's what I'm saying. But Ziyech, before the ball comes to him, he starts showing you his left leaning.
Yeah.
They call it a left leaning. So
and every goalkeeper already. Even the defender already knows he's gonna shoot. Left foot shoot.
My only problem with Ziyech, right? I've said it on so many streams is if only that guy could run with the ball, he would be nobody would want to mess with Ziyech. But the problem is Ziyech doesn't run.
But the problem is in Ajax under Ten Hag, there's a different Hakim Ziyech than the one we see
I mean, he's not a runner. That's the thing. People misunderstand.
Because in Ten Hag system, he plays as a number 10 in Ten Hag under Ten Hag. He plays as a number
He
10
looks
because
up
Ten Hag
and
play
he
4-2-3-1.
passes the ball.
Oh no, you
He
should
passes
see.
the ball to the
and he
runners.
passes
No,
the
if
ball
you
very
see
well.
him play for Morocco, he plays number 10. That position,
Yeah,
he
under
plays it
Morocco,
like
he
a
plays as
maestro.
number 10. So I don't know what's going on.
Look, for me, Ziyech is
In
not a wing
Morocco,
guy. He
he's the
can't do what
distributor
Salah
because he plays
does.
as number 10.
No,
He
but
can
the
pass.
thing is, if Ziyech wants to play in Mason Mount's position, right? Because that's Mason Mount's role for the team. If you want to play in Mason Mount's position, go for it, compete for it. But 9 out of 10 that Ziyech plays, we've seen so many rotations with Ziyech in different roles, but the guy it looks like he's not into it, man. He just doesn't want, he's not like, I don't know, like he's always having too much fun. Like everything about Ziyech is, ooh, did you see that pass? Ooh, did you see that cross? That can only take you so far, especially in the EPL. It's not about
you're taking his showboating, right? He's showboating.
It's not showboating. It's his survival means. That's the way he's going to eat. Is he's looking for that pass? Look at Beckham. Beckham was the same. Beckham only had free kicks and he had crosses to his game.
Yeah.
But guess what Beckham did? Beckham was always Beckham was a workhorse. Now, for those that didn't know, Beckham a workhorse.
Beckham could find a pass. I was not gonna lie.
But listen, because he's a workhorse, right? Finding a pass with Beckham was so unpredictable at the same time too. He wasn't just standing around waiting for a pass. No. And that's the problem with Ziyech. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but maybe it's the way we're set up, like Steven is saying, back three versus back four. I'm not sure if that's the problem, but if Ziyech needs a spot on this team, he needs to run like his fellow attackers. Werner is a runner. Pulisic is a runner. Mason Mount is a runner. Even Kai Havertz that is lazy is a runner. Like Kai Havertz is not even lazy. Kai Havertz is a runner. Most of the guys in his territory are runners.
Yeah, but Blue Eyes, you could easily say that. Who's more replaceable? Well, you have all runners.
Yeah.
What's the point of having another runner?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ziyech, like I said before, Ziyech passes
but
the ball.
it's the way we're built. No, it's the way we're built because we are expected to defend and attack at the same time. So we need someone that can go get the ball and run with it, or we need someone that can go cause trouble on the other side, so that our guys can set up.
Yeah, but Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
For something I've been watching Chelsea, and it's like I can't remember the last time Chelsea won a ball from their pressing. The last time I remember them doing that was under Frank Lampard's first season. That's all I'm saying, man. Yeah, they're not able to press properly.
No, if you press under a 4-3-3, if you press with Frank Lampard's intense 4-3-3 press, you're going to win the balls because obviously there's more people up front. But when you press 3-5-2, it's a more conservative form of a press. So it's like the mid block press versus an up front press. The mid block press is we get the ball back in the midfield.
Yeah, but it's just a waste of time, really, because
talk
to
Tuchel, bro.
You know that Lukaku's going to run, get beaten by a defender who has 20 pay on FIFA. And then
Lukaku he has to have 5 touches. 5 touches.
And then he's going to tie his shoot in the middle of the halfway line. And then I'm just looking at, oh my God, why is he
it was a waste of time this season, but I think last season it worked, to be honest. Like, because there was a start that people were saying that under Tuchel, we were winning the ball. I can't remember what the stat was. It's like passes per interception. There's Stephen. What's that stat called? Where you like how many passes the other team makes before you win the ball back, something like this. So I think that was less. So the other team were they made less passes before we won the ball back under Tuchel than Lampard, because we actually were better at pressing. I'm talking about earlier on when Tuchel came in, like January, February, March. We were better at pressing the ball and actually winning the ball back. Because Tuchel likes this counter press. It's like Klopp. He likes to win the ball high up and then sprint the counter attack, or try to create chances that way. So I think we were doing that better last season, but this season is just
it's understood. DJ says, how you doing, brother?
Hey, big up, guys. How you all doing? You're good?
We're good. Give us a take on the takeover Romelu Lukaku and Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, listen, the takeover's finally happened. I'm very happy.
You can sleep better, right? You can sleep and wake up better.
Oh yeah. Listen, I was never in panic mode over it all. I knew it was just going to happen. It was just a matter of when it was going to be. I think Roman wanted to wait for the right people to buy us, and obviously the TODDB consortium and wanted us back in 2019. They made a pact for us then, and obviously he's obviously continued following us as a football club, and obviously he's now got us. So I can see only good things happening. I think people also will realise is that it's not just about Todd Burley, it's the consortium that's coming with him. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it, but
I'm aware. Yeah, I'm aware.
They're 90 billion worth of assets in terms of their money. So, we are in good hands in terms of that. People say, okay, it's not going to be like it used to be in the Roman days of spending money. But from listening to what he said in his statement, I'm reading from what he said in his statement, and from the two people that are coming from this consortium, it looks like they're in it to win things, and I can only see good things for Chelsea going forward. So I'm not worried at all about that. I just want them to get our players' contracts sorted out, i.e. Reece James, Mason Mount, give them new contracts. I want Thomas Tuchel to get a new contract as well. Change his thing from head coach to manager, and just give him a chance to just manage that team and see what he can do with it for the next 2 or 3 years at least. Give him, and see if he can win something and build something. In terms of Lukaku, well, I'm not surprised with the Lukaku situation. It doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you. It's annoyed me now. He's gone to lawyers now to try and get a move out of Chelsea. He just says he doesn't want to be there. So for me, a player of that caliber, if a player doesn't want to be there, why upset the rest of the dressing room? Just let him go, as I personally would say. And Dembele, that's an interesting one. I think that would be a good signing for us if he can stay fit. I'm telling you, he'll be a very good player for us going forward. But it's strange. It's strange that he's out of contract, and all of a sudden he was playing some excellent football. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? So if he can stay fit and he does come in, I think he'll be a great signing for us.
Fair enough. But that Dembele, I won't beg you in Africa. I use God beg you. Stay fit, please.
Yeah.
Dembele, I will speak in Nigeria now. Dembele, I use my mind and Baba beg you. I beg. I use ancestor. Everybody beg you. Stay fit. I beg. And no one comes to the rant. Dembele, you dey hear me? I beg. Stay fit. I beg. Now beg I dey beg, stay fit. Don't let us start watching but start swearing. Hi, oh my God. We are in trouble now. If Dembele doesn't play, we are in trouble. No, I beg. Show how good of a player you are. Then we have suffered enough. Don't let us suffer anymore. I beg. Make we not suffer anymore. I beg. So let's talk about Bissouma. Blue Eyes, let me come to you. Brighton and Verbal midfielder, Bissouma. Are you happy in terms of getting Bissouma? And probably we're gonna wait for Declan Rice towards next year because of the price tag on him, we can't get him this year. But Bissouma likely gonna come in this year. You take on Bissouma.
Who's this for me, mate?
I got Blue Eyes.
Oh,
I think he's muted.
Okay, he's busy. Let me let me come in for him.
Eric,
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about Bissouma. He's the right profile. That's what I've been waiting for like what? It's been like 5 years now since we sold Matic to United.
Yeah,
and we haven't replaced him. So I'm very much looking forward to Bissouma coming in. I don't know if he's going to come in, but these are the kind of targets that we need to be going for. Quality players who can make that step up and don't cost, exorbitant
money. Like it's cost Brighton say 30 million. That's 30 million, and you get Bissouma.
Yeah, we don't have to like pay ludicrous, obscene amounts of money to get quality players. There are quality players that you just need to find them. So Bissouma is a less conspicuous one. I think a lot of people know how good he is. So I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about the fact that we're just linked with him alone. I can't remember the last time we were linked with someone like this. So obviously we could have gotten Tchouaméni.
He's Madrid already, so
I would like to see Bissouma at Chelsea. And if we get Bissouma, we don't need Declan Rice. I don't think we need Declan Rice. So, yeah, hopefully we get Bissouma. Hopefully we just move on to that next level with that signing. I think that's exactly what we need. So
Fair enough.
maybe we need a second option. I don't know. Maybe we need two. But Bissouma and Bissouma is not injury prone. So for me, get him and
And you understand the Premier League already.
Yeah, exactly. So fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Abdul Bissouma.
Yeah, so my
Guys,
question
you
was,
notice that Abdul mic today was okay. The new era, his microphone is not going off anymore. His microphone is clear and direct.
new era, man.
This is what TODDB has done.
That's what TODDB does. Anyway, big up DJ Surf and
Big up to you, bro.
and Cruz Banter as well. My question is very simple. Can Basuma help us to win the league next season, or we have to upgrade at a certain point? If he cannot help us to win the league, if we don't see him as an integral part of a team that helps us to win a league, then let's just not go down that route, and let's just go for players we know that can add that kind of value to our team. And I'm relating it to what Eric Blues mentioned earlier on, that we have to give credit to Liverpool for how they've recruited, built their team, and supported the club. You can see for the past 5 seasons or so, every player that goes to Liverpool, you can tell he's part of the puzzle to help them to dominate as a team. So that is what my initial questioning will be, or initial interrogation will be. So the thing is, I don't want us to go through the parts of where we are getting Eros Barkley, Bakayoko, Drinkwater, and all those players that we are hoping will add value, but at the end of the day, they don't, and we'll have to get rid of them. So if we're going to be honest, really, football-wise, can this guy add value? I know he will definitely give competition to the midfielders we currently have.
Yeah.
I.e. the Kante, the Kovacic, and Jorginho. But can he help us to win the league? I don't know, to be honest with you. And one thing I will ask is, and I keep returning to it, because that's one thing I've recently learned about central midfielders. What is this guy? Is he what I say, what is he?
His profile, right?
What has he got that is top class in his attributes?
I think it's more of him.
No. Like, what does it bring to the table?
I think it's balance, I think it's
Yeah.
balance and it's present. It's balance and it's present. I think more. I've seen him play more as a box to box.
He's a really good footballer. He can pass the ball. He can dribble.
Abdullah, let's go. Let's make it a bit more detailed. So, is this guy, this kid, is he a presser? Is he a passer? Or is he a runner? Which one will you describe him as? So
I think
know he's a good
I've seen Bissouma play. I think he's a passer. He can strike the ball very well. I've seen him strike the ball very well. In terms of the runner,
let's just hold on. Let's just remain at that. So if you say he's a passer, can you say this guy can pass like Modric? Can he pass like Fabregas? Because high level passes. Can he pass like Ozil? So then that begs the question, can this guy help us to dominate the league and to dominate Europe? Because if we're not going through that direction, it will just going to be a waste of resources. We're going to go through this cycle and come back again.
No, but he's not expensive. It's not expensive signing.
My take on it is, if we don't need a player, or the player cannot add the value to dominate, we can just wait for the right player. We don't have to get the numbers in. And that's what has affected us over the past few, 3-4 seasons. We've got a lot of players in, but they're just adding numbers, really. Most of them are not adding value. So why are we doing this? Let's just wait for the right player. I know it's not going to be expensive, but I think Brighton, sorry, I'm thinking about the other player. So that's my take on him, really.
Lakoba, Bissouma.
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, I've been watching this guy since for quite a while. I think he had one really good match that made me stand up and go, "Wow, this guy dominated the midfield and helped Brighton really just win that game outright." He's a good player, but again, for me, it's just like, is he the best option? Because I don't want Chelsea to do what they always do and go, Thomas Tuchel, here, give me a list of 5 players that you want, and then Chelsea don't get number 1, number 2, number 3. Yeah, we can get number 4, and then sign him, and then and then we see the top 3 players that we wanted to sign just go on to do bigger and better things, and we're just stuck with Basuma. But again, he is a quality player. But again, like Abdul's Abdullahi said, will he help us win the league? I mean, is he a must? Really, for me, is he a must? And he's not really. He's not really a must, because is he going to be a standing CDM? I don't think so.
Why not? Why don't you think so?
I think you just limit his other qualities. I think you lose something. There's some of his qualities that Basuma possesses. Like, he likes to shoot. He likes to be adventurous.
His other
for us,
qualities are not enough. They're not good enough for what we need. So there's no point.
Yeah, but someone could have easily said, "Oh yeah, Kante, just sit there and just stand there." But Sarri said, "You know what? No, I see something in you. Let's see what goes on with these other qualities." And now look,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you think he can be like a Kante in the way he plays?
I think
I mean, he does play
effective up front.
Yeah,
in
he
terms of
plays box to
scoring
box.
goals and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think he could
Yeah.
be much better than Kante. But
Whoa, much better than Kante. Wow.
in terms of scoring and in terms
Okay,
of getting
scoring,
forward,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Defending, no, I don't think you will ever find someone like Kante in he's a generational player. But yeah, I think there's other things in the squad that we could definitely address before we can sign Basuma. I think getting a deep line playmaker to replace Jorginho is probably one for me. Ever since Seth has left, we haven't had that guy who can just look up, ping a ball, and unlock an entire defense. We've seen it once or twice with Kovacic. I think there's other areas in the squad that we should be looking at to strengthen, and I think Basuma is a good option, but not a pressing option for me. So that's my take.
Steven Bissouma.
Yeah, I'll be happy with him, but I think Kante's going to leave and he's going to come in. I think Jorginho is going to stay.
You think Jorginho gonna stay?
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing some conflicting that they might go back to Juventus.
No, if they sell Kante, Jorginho will stay.
So if they say Jorginho, Kante will stay. If they say Kante, Jorginho will stay. It's like that.
Yeah, but Kante's going.
So where's it going? Don't tell me United, please.
There's a chance he could go there, yeah. Because they're not going to renew his contract.
You can't let him go to United, man. That's
getting in the rivalry. I'll love him to go back to PSG.
He needs to go. Yeah, if you go to PSG, I'll be okay with that. That'll be fine.
Because I'm hearing some news about PSG sniffing on N'Golo Kante.
Imagine Kante and Pogba in the same midfield, and somehow he starts to play more often.
That's why I think that's why they'll sell Kante, because Juventus are signing Pogba, so they're not going to sign Jorginho and Pogba.
So possibly Jorginho might stay then.
Yeah.
If Jorginho stays, forget about challenging for the title. It's not going to happen.
Damn. So, fair enough. DJ Stars, Bissouma.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good player. You know, if you talk about the links, there is. I mean, I'm still hoping and still until the deal actually happens, until it actually is finalised. I'm still hoping for Tchouaméni to Chelsea because that's still not signed and delivered yet at Real Madrid, despite the talks that they've been having and continuing on with conversations tomorrow.
Monaco, the problem is Monaco wants more than 80 million, and
Yeah, that's the thing.
and Madrid doesn't want to pay that.
They don't want to pay that, and I think, but I think the thing was, I think if Chelsea, I mean, if he's, I think he's probably was our number one choice, or him or Declan Rice were. But Suma, I do actually like. I think he can come in and do a job for us as well. The other guy who's been mentioned is Sangaria as well, who's another one who I'd even look at as well. But yeah, I mean, if we can get him at a good price, Basuma, I wouldn't say no. Who does he replace? I just heard Steve saying that Kante's definitely going. I've heard different things coming out. I've heard that Tuchel's actually come out and said that he wants to keep Kante and Jorginho is going to be the one that goes. So and that's gone on various reports. I know there's been reports about United with Kante the last couple of days. But Tuchel, as far as I know, wants to keep him. And if anyone does go, it'll be Jorginho. But the news keeps on changing every day. So
you have to wait and see.
Chelsea are worried about Kante's injuries.
Yeah, I get that as well. But I also know Jorginho wants to head back to Italy as well, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But Juventus are not going to sign him because of Pogba's gone.
Is Pogba 100% happening though, Steve? There.
Yeah, he reject PSG and someone else. He's going there.
Maybe, but let's see. I mean, again, if that was to be the case, then Basuma would obviously be a good idea to come in and maybe replace Kane. But I don't think he's as good, to be honest with you, as him. And what do you call it? Said Eric Blue just said, I for one cannot see us winning the title or going challenging next season if we keep Jorginho in that midfield.
Fair enough. Who's J5? Sorry, I said J5. Bissouma.
I actually really liked Basuma. I know everyone's quite worried about how good he is. I think if he's coming in to replace Kante, Jorginho, or any of the main starters, then I'd be worried. If you told me he's going to come in and be part of the squad, there's nothing wrong with that. For 30 million, he improves that midfield 100%. Because if we look at the secondary options, you got Ruben Loftus-Cheek, you got Saul Niguez. So he's already.
Sal's gone. He's gone.
Yeah. But
Ruben might go to Lazio. Because Lazio won him.
Yeah. So he's already an upgrade on what we have. If you look at the squad this season, so to have Basuma as part of that midfield, I don't know who's going to leave between, obviously, Kante and Jorginho, but to bring in Basuma, I think that's a good signing for 30 million. And again, I'm really on this crusade of Premier League proven players, man. I really think we need to go back to signing some real Premier League proven talent. We've been making some big errors with big international statement signings. 70 million on this player, 60 million on that player. It doesn't work. I want us to see us go out and kind of dominate the English market and go and pick up some real proven players from the league, because Basuma's done it for 4 years now at Brighton, or maybe 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, he has done it for the last few years at Brighton. He's been one of their constant players in that midfield. He turns up in the big games whenever I see him against the big sides, Tottenham, Arsenal. He's always dominating the midfield. He looks like the standout player. So to come into our squad, I think he would fit really well. So yeah, I have no problem with Basuma coming in.
Fair enough. The last one I want to talk about. I don't know, most people are worried about him. Steve, Christopher Okonkwo.
I don't think it's happening, bro.
You don't think it's happening?
No. I think he could go to United.
So he could go to United?
Yeah.
Because Leipzig want 80 million. They said they want 80.
Chelsea are not going to pay that.
Because Leipzig wants 80 million, even if they want to sell Okonkwo, because he was their best player last season.
I would take him, but I don't think Chelsea are going to sign him.
You don't think they're going to sell him?
No, I don't see him coming to Chelsea.
Oh. Damn. It could stay like this because they're already in UCL, so it could stay one more season. Then we'll see. Okay, Lakoba,
Yo,
Cucurella or Bonasosa? Who are you going for?
who?
Bonasosa.
From this is the first. I've been out of the Chelsea Twitter space, so I have no idea who Bruno
He
Sosa
plays for
is.
Haube Salzburg. Plays for Haube Salzburg. He's a left back, left wing back. I'm playing
Is,
right.
is it the one that Thomas Tuchel has been trying to
Yeah,
get?
he's the one Thomas Tuchel.
I'll get Cucurella. As
Cucurella might
Cruz
go
said,
to Man City. He might go
yeah,
to Man.
but I'm hearing the price. I think initially the price was something ridiculous, but now I'm hearing it's like 40 or 8 or
50 million.
60.
50 million. Mm-hmm.
50 million. That's not too bad. And he's a Premier League proven player, but the thing is, it's like his goal threat. I don't know exactly what Thomas Tuchel
He's going
is
to Man City. Yeah, he's going to Man City. Abdul, yeah, Abdul, he's going to Man City.
Well, until he, picks up the shirt and Fabrizio Romano says, "Here we go, anything's possible."
Yeah.
But I would take Cucurella. As Cruz says, I'm here for Premier League proven players.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just get more stability when you're signing Premier League proven players because you know their weaknesses. You can build upon what you see right here and then. Yeah, but I'll take Cucurella than Bruno Sosa. Honestly, Bundesliga players for me, it's a bit of a.
See, this is
unless you're Robert
this is it now.
Lewandowski.
This is it now. If Tuchel wants Sosa, I'm all for it because for me, I don't think Tuchel will want to go for Cucurella. Maybe the fans or the board. If it is Tuchel that said I want Bruno Sosa, I'm all for that. If Tuchel want Cucurella, it all depends on what Tuchel want. Based on what the report I've been hearing, I think they said Tuchel want to go on this guy, Bruno Sosa, than Cucurella. I think he wants to go with Sosa rather than Cucurella. I'm not gonna be mad at that because that is exactly what they want. I'm gonna back him.
Yeah, but you can already see. You can already see the disaster signing on the wall if we sign this guy, man. I'm not saying it's like 100% nailed on, but you can just see how he plays. He gets rattled. Playing in the Premier League, and then he folds, and then we're just like, oh man, that's another wasted signing. But hopefully he would prove me wrong. But I would rather sign Cucurella or bring in Ian Matson. He had an outstanding season for Coventry, so
fair enough.
Yeah.
Eric, Sosa, Cucurella. The report we're hearing is Tuchel is starting to go with Sosa instead of Cucurella. Yeah, I bet I agree. It's about profile, not the name. So I think Tuchel want to go with Sosa, then I'm okay with it. Eric, Sosa, Cucurella, who do you want to go with? I think he muted himself. Cruz, Bonasosa or Cucurella?
Sorry, I'm back. I need to go now, Sha, but I'll just quickly talk about this. Yeah, I don't really know this player.
They play for Stuttgart.
Yeah, I know. I've searched his name. I've seen him. I think he's 24 years old. Yeah. I don't know enough about him, so I'm not gonna try and judge him because who knows what could happen if he signs for a bigger club and he makes a step up and he becomes this special talent. But for me, I would just go with the Premier League proven player. I think Cucurella is an obvious option, but obviously it looks like he's going to Man City.
Manchester City, yeah.
But that would have been the option for me. It's a no-brainer for Cucurella, but the price not ideal. And if he wants another club, then it is what it is.
Fair enough. Cruz, Sosa, Cucurella. Cruz, are you there? Oh, I think he muted.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Cruz. Cucurella or Sosa. Because I think the report said Tuchel is kind of leading towards this guy instead of Cucurella. Because he said he want a profile, not really the player that can see the system he wants to play. I think he said this guy's with the system he wants to play.
I'll go with Cucurella as well. I think Cucurella plays. If we're gonna play the back five, I mean the back three, sorry, next year as well. Cucurella's been playing in the three, because I know some people think he's just some crazy attacking fullback or wing back, but he actually plays for Brighton in where Rudiger plays. He plays in as a left centre back, and then he can also play as a left wing back as well. So he's defensively good and he can attack and get you goals. So, and he's proven in the league again. Like I said, for me at the moment, I'm just realizing there's a big trend of us
Bundesliga attacks.
signing these players from all these different leagues. And Kunku, I looked at some of his goals. Again, I'm not a big Bundesliga fan, so I just went to watch some of his goals, and it's just like Timo Werner. I can't even believe some of the space. It doesn't even make sense. I'm trying to figure out what was the pattern of play before he scored that goal, because in the Premier League it just doesn't happen. So I'm really trying to understand what's going on in that Bundesliga for people to be scoring goals where there's literally no defenders around.
Bundesliga attacks.
It's crazy. So yeah, no, I'm definitely going for Cucurella 100%.
Wait, did the Bundesliga even have any good goalkeepers?
Nope.
I can't remember any time.
Yeah. Yes. Mönchengladbach.
Jan Sommer.
Jan Sommer, yeah.
Jan
Sommer, very wonderful keeper.
Leno was good in his day as well.
But that Sommer guy is a fantastic goalkeeper. It's very good. Steve, Sosa or Cucurella?
I'll take this guy because I don't think we're going to get him from Brighton. I think he wants to go to City, and if City comes in for him, he's gone. He will reject us for City.
So Cucurella wants to go to City.
Yeah, and he's Pep's target.
Exactly. So you go for this guy, Sosa.
100%. Yeah.
If that's the case,
it depends if we get rid of Emerson, because if we don't get rid of Emerson, I don't see this happening.
Yeah.
I'll go for Zinchenko then. If they want Cucurella and Zinchenko doesn't want to play backup,
Zinchenko wants to go to Arsenal.
Yeah, he's been linked to Arsenal.
He wants to go to Arsenal. Arsenal wants to buy him. He's going to Arsenal.
If he's available, I think if you had to choose between us and Arsenal, surely you'll pick us, no?
Yeah, we can offer Champions League. They can't.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, that's fine. If they get Cucurella, that's fine. But then I'll definitely take Zinchenko. No, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, Cucurella is expensive. Chelsea is not paying 50 million for a Chilwell backup. That's what the problem is. Are we going to go high on it? I'm not sure.
Who's to say he's a Chilwell? I get what you mean, but Man City pay 50 million for two right backs. I mean, Zinchenko, and there's no guarantee of Chilwell next year that he even comes back to the form that he was in.
Yeah.
And also no guarantee that he stays fit. The guy is always injured.
Yeah.
So
that's my worry, because he's been injured recently, and I don't want us to rush him back. So I'm a little bit worried with that.
We definitely need a left back, and we can't go for a cheap option. And that's why we didn't get Luka Dean, because Luka Dean in January was the obvious signing that everybody wanted to get. But I said, look, if we go out and get Luka Dean, then we're stuck with another left back who's maybe not even as good as Chilwell. And if Chilwell gets injured, then you have another left back on the book who you don't really think can deputize. Because for me, Luka Dean isn't your starting left back. So I think if your fullbacks are going to be your important positions, you have to invest in good fullbacks. Liverpool are lucky that Trent doesn't get injured. So
and then that's what I said. If Tuchel said he wants a profile, not a name, then if he said he wants Sosa, I'm gonna back Tuchel, because that's what he wants. So because the reason I'm saying that is, if I want to blame someone, I will know who to blame.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
If I want to blame someone, I will know who to put the blame on. Now, because now he's gonna get back with the player you want. Now let's see a performance on the pitch. If the players are not good enough, the door is always open. Get them out of the club. It's simple.
I'm hearing hearing Hakimi might be available. He's not happy at PSG.
I don't think we're gonna go for Hakimi. PSG will not sell Hakimi. They would not sell Hakimi. They have to have a replacement. They would not sell Hakimi. Ashraf Hakimi is not living there.
Doesn't FFP work in France? Because the amount of wages that these guys give to these players,
like only God knows the amount of wages these people get. Mbappe is getting 1 million a year.
I'm pretty sure I could strap on my shin pads, boots, go to PSG, and probably get a wage. These guys are just handing it out. Like, what the hell? I'm here struggling with, can we sign Dembele for £300 a week? These guys were just, 300, F it, a million. Here you go. Boom.
That's my problem with PSG is they will never succeed in ACL, but in the league, they're superior in the league.
You know what's funny? I think if they were in the Europa League and won it, they'll probably go on to win a Champions League sooner. But it's just like they don't have a good squad.
That's a damn good if they go to Europa League, though.
And actually win something, then I'll respect them even more. I'm not gonna lie.
do you want Qatar to just evaporate because they go to Europa League? They'll just evaporate. FFP is dead. My club put it in this resting place. Relax. Abdul, Cucurella or this guy, because the report we have been hearing is this guy is leaning towards Thomas Tuchel want this guy. I think kind of the profile of player you want in his club. So Cucurella is going to Manchester City, whether we like it or not. It's going to Manchester City, and that's who Pep Guardiola wants to get. So this guy is the ideal replacement that he wants to go for to play the left back or left wing back position because of Ben Chilwell. He doesn't want to take the risk on him. But first, as Steven said, we have to offload Emerson Palmieri before we can go for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, my interrogation still remains the same. I mean, look at the kind of players we're going for. I mean, as Chelsea standard fallen that low, I don't really understand. Cucurella, Sosa, I just don't know, man. You know what I mean? So the thing is, number one, personally, I think we have to go in a different direction. I think we have to move away from this three at the back. It's not allowing the club to be, or our play to be that stable and to be that, we find it difficult to control games because most of the time we are using two sitting midfielders. I think that has to change, really. I think that's really affecting us. Now, if that change, so where will these guys fit in? I think this...
He can play as a left back, he can play as a wing back. Whenever you want him to play, can play there.
Yeah, so I think this...
Because I've watched him a little bit. My worry with this guy is I've seen him a little bit when I was here, when I linked and I kind of sit down and watch. Let me even watch who the heck is this guy. I watch his XG and everything. It's a damn good cross. He played like Trent Alexander-Arnold. He can cross for his life. This guy can cross from anywhere. A set piece is very dangerous. But my issue with it is how good is he 1v1? That is where my worry is. But if I talk about set piece crossing, you're gonna put this guy. I mean, I can even take my head off Cucurella in terms of crossing because it's a damn good cross of the ball.
Yeah, I think this guy is good, or will be a better left full back if we play in back four. But the thing is, both of them, I don't think are Chelsea levels.
You mean Cucurella and them, this guy?
Cucurella and this guy, I don't think they're Chelsea level. So I really don't know who we need to get as a left full back if we are going for four at the back. But the thing is, we have to go with the right strategy going into the new era. If we start doing things the way we've been doing it, especially in the past 5 to 10 seasons, it might be difficult. And people need to be aware that Tottenham are coming. Even Newcastle are coming. So we just have to be very careful. This is not the French league where we can be like PSG, where it doesn't really matter. We'll just dominate. We'll just win the league.
It's difficult to win league in Premier League.
We have to be careful where we don't apply the wrong strategy and we go into oblivion and we start struggling with Arsenal, 5th, 6th position, 7th position, and all that stuff. But you're actually correct. We don't have a left-footed or fullback. We don't, and we have like 4 or 5 players that are meant to be occupying that role, and they are all useless. This is bad recruitment, really, or poor recruitment, really. So these guys to me are not Chelsea level.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to think about this seriously. I don't know how we'll go about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know,
so
some
the
people on the
kind of
street. Yeah, go
Go for
ahead.
it. Go for it.
okay,
Cool. Go for it.
nice. Yeah. So I get what you're saying, Abdul, about the quality, but the question here is when, for example, someone like Jota went to Liverpool, would you say Jota was Liverpool quality? Because
No.
why I asked that question is because the onus is on the manager. If he identifies a player with potential or the ability to work in the side and also to improve, then it's up
Mm-hmm.
to the manager ultimately. If the player is showing signs of becoming a potentially being a top player one day,
Mm-hmm.
we can't just say because someone at the moment isn't Chelsea level that we just rule them out of signing them. Because even this guy, he might be playing in the Bundesliga, he might be doing well, but under Tuchel's guidance in the Premier League with more better players training at a higher level, who's
Mm-hmm.
not to say he could become one of the best left backs in the league? So
Yeah, that's
I
possible.
I kind of look at the Liverpool model more than anything to say, you know, players like Salah, Mane coming from Southampton, Jota coming from Wolves, Origi, you know, just some of the players that they've had in and out of that squad. Even Diaz coming from Porto, it's not the
Mm-hmm.
highest quality, highest players, but
Yeah.
the manager has managed to elevate those players to even
That's
a
where
higher level.
you are very right. That's where Tuchel comes in into
Yeah,
because
that's where the manager comes
cool.
in.
That's what I'm saying. If it's Tuchel that want this guy ahead of Cucurella, I'm okay with it because the
Abdullahi,
report we have been
Abdullahi.
hearing is Tuchel
So
want this guy instead of
Abdullahi.
Cucurella.
So I like the direction Cruz has taken this argument.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I'm not sure, maybe I mentioned Liverpool or not,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just using that as a reference. I'm not saying we should actually follow Liverpool, and I've actually mentioned it a few times on the stream.
Yeah.
But one question I will ask you is, without going into details, so if we're to use the Liverpool template or strategy, how many times has Liverpool won the league in the past 7 seasons?
One time.
Once.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what you want from Chelsea going into the new era? Will you be contented with just winning the league once in the next 7 seasons?
But Abdul, how many
Personally,
times
I
have they been
wouldn't.
to the Champions League final?
Yeah, but they haven't won. Who
They have
was in
won
the
the UCL
Champions League
once.
final in the year 2000?
They won it
Who was in the
once.
Champions League? Who was in the Champions League final? No, no. Who was in the? Can you remember who played? Who was the runners-up in the Champions League final 7 years
For
ago? People remember only
7 years
winners,
ago.
really.
Wait, 7 years ago, 2015, Juventus.
No, I'm just using that as an, just to, for the argument's sake. I'm
Oh
not saying
yeah,
I'm particular with a particular year, but I'm saying
Oh.
ultimately people don't remember who gets to the final. They remember who wins.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, we're talking about the league now, because to me, if you can't dominate your league, you're not really top of your league, really, no matter how many Champions League you get. So, but my question is, are we going to be happy? If we're going to be happy with one league title in the next 7 seasons, that's fine. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it, but I'm saying, will you be contented with that?
No, but
And by the way, we haven't
I
won.
think, yeah, but the Liverpool, when I brought up Liverpool, I wasn't saying to say we need to be exactly like them, but I'm just saying it's more on the onus of the manager to get more out of the players. Even to go back to the Liverpool point of view, if you look at Man City, they're just a better team than Liverpool. Man for man, squad for squad, they're a better team. That's why they win the league. But also the players that Pep buys, he does buy proven talent as well. But he also signs the right. Even if you look at this summer when they've gone and signed Haaland, but then they've also signed that Julian Alvarez, and no one knew who he was before. So they're identifying players. He's not City quality in inverted commas, but he could be under Pep's tutelage and under Pep's management. You know, Zinchenko again wasn't a high-profile European player before he came. There's a few. Rodri wasn't.
That's
Those
what I'm
players.
saying. Cool. That's what I'm saying. It depends on how Tuchel. If Tuchel said he wants this guy and he wants to improve him and make him a better player, then we have to wait and see, because the problem is we all want Cucurella. What if Cucurella go to Chelsea and it doesn't perform the way it's performing in Brighton? Are we
But
gonna
the
blame
thing is,
Cucurella?
the thing is, Abdullahi, Abdullahi, the reason why I'm saying we have to be extra careful is currently, okay, maybe we have Chilwell. So maybe that's fine. Maybe I say, I don't know, somebody to challenge him. Maybe
Yeah.
this guy or Cucurella. So it might be okay. Okay. But then you have like 4 or 5 other guys that should be challenging Chilwell and are not really, really challenging him. They are not up to Chilwell's level to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be
Malasa,
careful.
Marcus Mugabe.
So we have to be careful, going into the recruitment. If you just want numbers, then that's fine.
I think what Tuchel is telling the board is he want a profile, not a name. He said they want a profile that fits his system. And the names we have been hearing is this guy here. The Cucurella stuff is just a smoke for me a little bit because Tuchel is leaning to this guy here in Bonasosa because he said he fit in the profile of player, the profile of place, the way he wants to play. This guy fit exactly what he wants. He said he fit exactly what he wants. That's what I'm saying. He's leaning towards this guy instead of Cucurella. Wait, who's playing reggae?
Oh no, something. No, it's in the background. Sorry, bro.
I'm bad. So I think because the report we're hearing is Tuchel is kind of favoring this guy called Bonasosa ahead of Cucurella. So I'm like, okay, if it is Tuchel signing, then I'm all for it. That's what I'm saying. Tuchel needs to be back, and if Tuchel wants Bonasosa, okay, I'm gonna get him Bonasosa. If he wants him, then that's fine with me. Because I don't want us to say when we get Cucurella, be like, is it Tuchel signing? Is it the boss signing? I don't want that to happen anymore. Tuchel is getting back
Yeah,
this year.
but the thing is, if we're going to sign a new player, let's go for the real meat. You know what I mean? Let's go for the real meat.
Why at the
Let's go
moment
for
is
the real
better right now?
killers, not
Robertson.
somebody from obscurity. Hold on. Not to go for the obscurity or some Sosa, Cucurella, because Tuchel loves him. Tuchel can fit him in. What if Tuchel fails after one season and Tuchel has to leave? Then that's where we're left with one more Tuchel player. What are we going to do with him?
Yeah.
You know. So that's my fear really going forward. So, but the thing is, I understand that you will say, okay, so who should we go for? I think that's you're trying to diminish the argument there when you say like, what should we go for? I'm not a scout, but the
That's
thing
the job of
is,
the scout. Yeah, you're right.
let's stop doing all this.
Which
Let's
watch?
stop doing all this.
Yeah, I got you.
Just all this every possible excuse, every possible argument, every possible debate for people to bring in players. Because people brought in a lot of rubbish players in the past 10 seasons, in the past 10 years in Chelsea. And a lot of them were brought in based on excuses and some flimsy reasons. And a lot of them were actually brought in by some of those guys that they just got the job based on, jobs for the boys. It's not that they're really experts in this field. Somebody recommended somebody that recommended somebody that is now working for Abramovich. And then you find them taking strategic decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy should be whoever is advising this TODDB people should be, they should make sure they get the right advice. Because if they don't, already we have like, I don't know, maybe like 20 players on loan, and we still want to go back or still want to go out and buy a left fullback. It's not even one of the specialized roles in a team. We want to go and buy a left fullback again. Where we have Baba Rahman, we have Kennedy, we have Emerson, we have whatever.
Marcus Mugabe.
So what's happening? We have all these people there. So what's happening? That's how they always come up with all these, arguments and pluses. When they got Baba Rahman, they said he was one of the quickest player in the German league. We got him. So what happened to his quickness then?
That's
when
true.
we got Kennedy, one of the most skillful up and coming young player from Brazil, what happened?
Flop.
And so on and so forth.
For me, is Like what Vote for Your Faith said, Sosa is not an anomaly. He's highly rated, scout all over the world. Europe have identified him as the top talent. Okay,
Okay. So
this is what
why?
I'm gonna do. I'm
So
gonna
why?
just after I finish this team, I'm gonna sit down and watch him very, very well, and also watch Cucurella. Then I'll be able to have more say in that aspect that how I'm gonna judge player because I haven't watched much of this guy. I only watch him a little bit, not much. So I have to just sit down and watch him, and also watch Cucurella. And then I'll be able to make a comparison between the both of them. Then I'll be able to be like, okay, now I know how to compare the both of them. If not, if I'm just gonna be saying just because of what I'm watching, no, I have to just sit down and go back and watch both him and Cucurella, then make a better judgment between them. But the few I've watched is a damn cost of the ball. Can they defend one on one? That I'm not sure yet. I have to sit down and watch him more. Then, so
No,
it is
Cucurella can definitely defend 1-on-1.
yeah.
Like I said, Cucurella's been playing. I'm not sure about Sosa, but Cucurella's been playing in the back three. He's been
Yeah.
playing as a left centre back.
Mhm.
He's not playing as I know everyone thinks of him as, like I said, an attacking left wing back. He can do that as well. But for Brighton, some games they play Trossard as the left wing back, and he plays actually left centre back, and he brings the ball forward, similar to how Rudiger would bring the ball forward in that left centre back position and drive. That's what
Yeah.
he does. He drives out with the ball. So if you're talking about to suit the current system, from what I've seen, and he's played in the league, it's Cucurella every day of the week. But obviously, if Man City want him, then he's more likely
Yeah,
going to
and
go
that's
there.
where Tuchel is not even looking into Cucurella. He's looking at this guy. He's looking at Bonasosa. That's why he's not even looking into Cucurella. He's looking into Bonasosa because he said he fits into what he wants to play in terms of his style of play. So that's
Yeah.
exactly what he wants.
But that's the question as well. What is Tuchel's style of play? Because I remember when he first signed, and everyone said he at PSG he played in with the 4. But at Chelsea, we are we set up yet to go to that 4 at the back? Does this player help us go similar to his system with the rest of the signings, Koundé, and maybe somebody in the midfield? Does it? And with Ousmane Dembele, does it allow us now to go to what Tuchel wanted to play all along? Because we still haven't seen Tuchel's system per se of what he enjoys to play. So
Yeah.
if you tell me this guy's going to help him go more to his system, I just want to see Tuchel without any excuses. I'm a bit like you.
Exactly.
I don't want to see any excuses. Oh, I have to play 3 at the back because we're not good enough and blah blah blah. If that's the case, give him everything he needs to play his system.
Then I'll be able to know who to judge.
Yes, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. If it is Bonasosa, give him Sosa. Then I will be able to know who I'm gonna either abuse, cause, or judge. It's
I
easier
agree.
for me to know, okay, I'm gonna put my blame on this, rather than blaming the manager. I know who to blame. If it is Sosa, and Sosa come in and play very well, like prove everybody wrong, I'm like, okay, my hands up. Hands up. He prove everybody wrong. So if it's wrong, then like, Joker, what are you doing? Because we all know Todd is gonna come in to win. It's not gonna just sit down and he wants to win. And Tuchel needs to know that a new owner doesn't just gonna spend money on that. He wants to win, so he needs to understand that. So if it is Sosa, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. I'm all for Bona Sosa. So before we round up, Steve, in terms of the sponsorship of the shirt, is it gonna be this week or when are we gonna get an actual um news about it?
I think we should know this week, man.
This week, okay.
Yeah, man.
What of the roundup of Kunde and Co? Is it gonna be done?
Who's that?
Just Kunde and everything is gonna be done properly.
I think that would get wrapped up soon.
Okay, because we need to be very quick in the transfer. Everything needs to be quick.
Chelsea are behind, so they're not going to mess around. They're going to get their targets, man.
Okay. So that is it, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys. If there's any news or any report, I'm gonna possibly come out and say it out. I'm gonna do a stream about it. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Like the vid, and route to 5K subscriber, guys. Like the vid, subscribe.
Big up.
I appreciate you guys for coming in. I
big up.
sincerely appreciate you guys for coming in. You guys are really wonderful, magnificent. I can't appreciate you guys enough. I'm so grateful and so honored. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys. Have a lovely day. Stay safe and God bless. Okay, guys. Peace, everybody. Stay safe. Relax, guys. Enjoy and peace, guys. Peace.